Well, if you jumped on today wondering if you were going to see a really real money startup draft, this isn't the stream for you. I'm sorry. In fact, it's monopoly money. It's fake money. Because
counterfeit money.
This is my crusade that I came up with.
It actually is just money.
It actually just is money.
It's a money draft.
This is not a good joke at all. It's not a good joke. No. What it is me being frustrated, and I don't know who started this. It might have been Mason. I feel like everything traces back to Mason.
Probably.
It could have been Mason. It could have been us. It's not like we haven't done it. It's our fault. Could have been Zach. I don't know who it is. Somebody started the trend where every Dynasty startup that's not a mock draft is real money as opposed to fake money. And so when Becca asked me about the startup thumb today and she said, real money, ? I said, do not put that. Somebody said, I think it was you, right? Said monopoly money.
I think I said counterfeit.
You said counterfeit. Becca said monopoly money.
Yeah.
I said just do it. So it's a bad joke.
Counterfeit currency.
You've wasted, how much? You've wasted probably 2 minutes of your life now listening to me to explain that. But it's my personal crusade against real money. So that's.
Let's talk about Rashee Rice going to jail.
I was going to say, speaking of crusade, Rashee Rice has a crusade against making millions of dollars as an NFL wide receiver.
He does.
I mean, it's just absolutely pathetic here. And we're going to talk about Rashee Rice, Scott, if you want to pull him up. So,
do we have to?
No, I mean, I think it's a pretty good thing that we talk about it because we've been on record for the past month and a half basically saying he's not worth the risk because he keeps putting his head up his butt. And today he put it so far up his butt, he put his head so far up his butt he almost could see again because it came out. It was like an infinity loop. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what part about probation Rashee Rice doesn't understand. But generally when you're on probation, it means, hey, like, you could be in jail, but if you don't act up and you act pretty good, you can stay out of jail. And Rashee Rice's response to that was, I'm going to illegally smoke marijuana. Now, if it were me, I would have not smoked the weed. In fact, I would have done everything I can during my probation.
Especially when he has, like, I would assume regular drug tests, right? I mean, that's how he got caught is, he took a test and
regular drug tests for a guy who has been had multiple run-ins with the law and has a driving thing on his record and has been suspected to be allegedly somewhat physical with people. They might drug test him. Yeah, I agree. That's probably something I would do. I mean, Nathan, let's just play. If you were the DA, would you, and I was Rashee Rice and I was doing all this stuff, would you test me for drugs? Just hypothetically here. This is a fake money situation.
I would probably test you for drugs.
Now, the smart thing would be for me to not do the drugs.
Maybe.
So in this, the parallel is this, in this situation, Rashee Rice did it. This dude, I mean, nobody should be surprised, by the way. And what we've been saying about Rice for the past couple months is, look, when this guy's on the field, he's absolutely dynamite. And I have some on-the-field reasons I don't love Rashee Rice that I've talked about, right? I've talked about how I think he's extremely scheme-dependent, how I think that, going into last year of his rookie deal, I think there's a chance the Chiefs don't bring him back, which, by the way, this only furthers that.
Yeah.
And
it's just annoying because like we just got out and this was kind of like the big sigh of relief that everybody exhaled after we heard that the NFL was not going to
Zach said stay off the weed.
Yeah. but like this is something that everybody was like, oh, we're good now because Rashee Rice isn't going to be suspended this year because the NFL decided that he wasn't going to be suspended for this alleged thing that potentially went down, but all the case was dropped. And it's like, no, I mean, it's less about that specific case and more about like, what are the odds that he's going to poke the bear again? And it took all but a month. It took all but a month for him to poke the bear again.
Oh my!
Like he's just asking to miss more time. I'm honestly tired of projecting how much time he is or isn't going to miss. I just I honestly don't want to deal with it on my dynasty teams.
Well, and that's what we said last month. Now we look pretty good for it.
See, David's smart. He only smokes weed when he's on parole.
I was gonna say that's like you normally don't smoke weed, but on parole, like, that's the time to do it.
You make the exception.
That's the time to do it. If we hit 100,000 subscribers on this channel this year, Nathan and I will smoke weed on the channel. How about that? That's my deal to you guys. 100,000.
Yeah, we actually won't.
No less than that. We would do it, but it has to be $100,000 or 100,000 subscribers. AKA, we won't because we're never gonna hit 100,000 subscribers. But you have that goal in case you want to try. By the time the season starts, none of this will matter. Now, I mean, I guess that logic kind of tracks if you don't count that he's going to miss OTAs and some of the mini camps and stuff like that and not be with the team and could be disciplined by the NFL again. If you don't count any of that, you're right. None of it matters. If you don't count that the Chiefs are probably really fed up with him doing this stuff, you're right. It probably doesn't matter. So, what are you talking about, Dennick? Shut up.
Zach said, can you look at the hypothetical tweet I threw out for Rashee Rice? Let's make some hard decisions. Sure. Let me look it up.
What is it? What was
Zach?
it? Oh. Look at the tweet. Okay. All right. I can do that. See what Zach Attack has to say about Rashee Rice. Zachary Savage. Okay. Rashee Rice.
You beat me.
Wait, hold on. What? No. Yes, of course I would take that. Rashee in a 20. Oh, wait. Okay, well, hold on. You're getting Rashee in a 27 first. Oh, frick.
Well, what's going on? Let me.
Rashee Rice in a 27 first, or Daniel Jones, Garrett Wilson in the 206.
Oh. Well, that depends on how valuable you think Rashee Rice is.
I would probably take Rice.
I think I would take
because
Rice
I think during the season, I think it matters, but I think he's going to play this year, and I think during the season you can flip him. I think the 206 in this deal is almost nothing. I think actually it is nothing. I think Daniel Jones is almost nothing.
He said it's a late first.
Hey,
other trade concepts here.
Okay. Wow, you guys are just right off the bat here. Holy smokes.
Yep.
I think I would still do it, Zach.
Brock Purdy.
I have a bone to pick with Zach. Don't leave, Zach.
Brock Purdy and a mid 27 first, or Brock Bowers and Daniel Jones.
Brock Bowers and Daniel Jones. It's tight end premium?
Yeah.
Bowers.
I wanted to make sure I wasn't insane.
Are you trading with Wout Brown again?
No. I just made that in Live League 2.
What? Why are people making the stupidest trades with you today? What did you get? You're freaking bribing them, dude. What in the world?
I got Bowers and Jones.
That's all right. Live League 2, you can do whatever you want. I'm going to literally kill everybody in that league.
I now have...
It's my juggernaut. And Hampton, Saquon.
Yeah, I feel pretty decent about that team.
Good. I want you to feel really good about it, actually. I want you to feel really confident. Really confident. Like, I want you to think you're going to
win. Good. Thanks, man.
That's my super team.
Good.
So, yeah, I'd probably still take it, Zach. And in terms of, like, where we're ranking him, like, I'm going to have to look here. I haven't...
Ranks.
I do still think... like, saying this doesn't matter at all, like, during the season, I think is not true at all. However, I do think you're going to be able to flip him in season. I think he will come back, play a little bit, and you might be able to flip him for it, because he'll be good when he's on the field. I have him at wide receiver... 15. I would take Ladd over him. I would take Ibuka over him now. Yes, this is not... I'm moving down a couple spots. I moved him down in that tier I had him in before he technically didn't get drafted over and everybody was screaming for me to move him up. I'll move him back down to the same tier I had him in. I moved him down 2 spots. So,
yeah.
It's tough, but I guess, like, here's a poll I want to give you guys. Are we taking Rashee Rice or Luther Burden in Dynasty now? This will give me a better idea of, like, where his value is, I think. Oh, is Zach still here? I'm so mad at you, Zach. I can't believe that
time to pick bone.
In your first redraft video of the year, all very good picks, by the way, but you put on the cover, and the first person you talked about is my baby boy.
Oh, Marion. I saw that.
How could you do that? You're essentially building your image around my favorite player. You know, Zach, you know he's my favorite.
Yeah.
I have my little shrine. I have a whole row in our case, our card case now of, I'm out of focus, Scott, of my Omar Hampton cards, including his rookie patch auto. So I'm just sad about that because I'm going to out Omar Hampton you. I'm just letting you know. I will make it my personal goal. Nope, not that one. Middle one. Middle camera. So
Hampton's gonna pop off.
I mean, yeah. I think it's common knowledge. Like, I honestly don't think his price is going to be super good this year because it seems like everybody's in on it. You're getting closer. That's better right there. Thank you. Okay, so like right now, Luther Burden, Rashee Rice, 50-50. We've seen Luther Burden going in like the fifth, mid-fifth,
early mid-fifth. We'll see him go 4-5 turn to mid-fifth. So
Zach, no. And no, you can't have Surratt. Okay. Actually, Surratt, you were plenty in on early. Not near as early as you know, Nathan and I, but we had an advantage because we were watching him play.
Oh, you have been notably higher on Surratt than
that is true. That is true.
We have been.
That is true. Although we really like
from an
Surratt
NFL
too.
perspective.
So, but that's just because you're a ball knower. You can't. If you put him on, no, don't do that, please. I'm begging you.
So we've got a startup going on at 7.
We do have a startup.
And we also have a rookie draft going on at 7. Blue League.
That's right. And we are in that as well. Yep, so this is a double header.
That's the one where I just traded for the 101.
Oh, you want to tell him your trade?
Yeah.
Did you notice I snuck the card in on the video today for your shot? It was there the whole time. Go watch the video and you're going to see it. It's sitting there the entire time.
Yeah, I'll need to...
Scott, I'm sending you these.
Probably move that out of the way because it's not my birthday.
Yep, here's the other one.
So I traded in a league where I'm contending. I traded Trevor Lawrence and Quinshon Judkins for the 101, aka Jeremiah Love. So I up-tiered. I don't necessarily have like the deepest squad of all time. What I do have is a lot of high production upside. So once I get Love, I will have Love, Hampton, James Cook, and Kyron at running back. And then my receivers are Puka and London and Flowers.
In what league is that?
Blue League.
Good Lord.
So
that's crazy.
I did give up, obviously security at quarterback because now I have Darnold and Stafford.
Who cares?
But honestly, I found myself last year especially just like so annoyed with how much value I was wasting on my bench every single week from a production perspective that I couldn't in the middle of the season turn into like, a hyper productive running back. So I was like, you know what? I love Judkins. He's great. I have a lot of Judkins shares and it's on a team like this. Just get Jeremiah Love.
Are you acting like there was some sort of thought process that went in here? I have 3 firsts in this league, dude. No, which I should have traded up if I had known, but no, you just take it because it's a smash win for you. Like it's Lawrence and Judkins.
I was pretty happy about it.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. That is crazy, man. In a league we're both playing in, so yes, it was a masterclass. I appreciate that. Yes, but yeah, we'll be doing that. So we have a double header. So we do have a Dynasty startup that our domainers are participating in. This Dynasty startup is, I think, a $250 league, actually. This is, I think, a high stakes league tonight, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. And then our own Blue League, it's been around for, I think, 3 years now. It's our third year of this league. I won the league the first year. I've had to rebuild since then. My team fell off a cliff after I won that league, and so that's kind of where we're at tonight. Dynasty Lane says, one of your followers harassed myself and Sammy for taking Travis Hunter in the 9th last night. He wanted to let us know how much smarter than he was than us, then donated on the flock site to tell me I'm bald. First of all, the bald thing is very funny. Second of all, I'm very confused as to why that probably was like a smear campaign against us, because in our video today, I yelled at people for 13 minutes straight about Travis Hunter. So I don't think we've been telling people that Travis Hunter in the 9th is literally like a smash pick right now. So I don't know why he would have been saying that with our name attached to it, but I've never had someone donate to bully me, but I kind of like it. I'm thinking about starting an OnlyFans. Honestly, I mean, I'd pay for it. It's a write-off for us. I'd pay for it. But again, I think the super chat to call you bald, that does sound like one of our guys. Like that sounds like one of our plants. The Travis Hunter thing doesn't though. Like we are very, 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 very pro Travis Hunter. It was you, David. That's awesome. No, David is. I mean, you can't tell him anything he doesn't already know about the Travis Hunter situation. So no, we have that. Trust me. Whatever he called you last night on the channel, he's called us worse for the Travis Hunter takes. Trust me. So I love Domain. I triggered Sammy and Zach. Well, I mean, that's what happens sometimes. You got him. Yeah, it sounds like it was rage bait, Zach, and you fell for that. So he said he was a Jag season ticket holder and he knows better. Yeah, that's how it works, right? You're a season ticket holder. You just know. Anna says, I got into it today with someone about Travis Hunter. Where? At your job at the food pantry? Like, where are you? Where are you even having that discussion? Oh, man. Tiona says, wasn't bullying you, Dynasty lambed. Just don't understand me. There you go. Please rage bait me and send me money, all Domain members. There you go. I approve this message, by the way. Yes, please pay to bully Zach. You should make a short about Travis Hunter. We do need to get back into making like short form for like DFF.
And so we have a fantasy group chat.
Okay. I would pay serious money to bully Sal on a daily basis. Dude makes my blood boil when I hear every sentence dude speaks in YouTube shorts. Sal's funny because like without meeting him, you don't know how he would be like, you know, in real life. Like, is this guy the same guy? He's like, in real life, he's super chill. He's also really cool. So I got to defend Sal's honor on that one. He
also talks.
He's pretty funny.
Very fast.
Yeah, he does, which I wouldn't know anything about.
Right.
I don't know anything about that. But yeah, hoping Travis pays off because I've got too many shares. And I'm kind of with you there. I've got a lot of Travis Hunter shares, and yeah, we are hoping that he does anything this year. Which
in exchange for the 201 or 202 that we sold for Travis Hunter in that league, I feel like it's kind of a dang near a free bet. So.
Oh man. Did you get the case of megas? I did. I'll have to. People probably don't want to hear about. You should DM me and I'll show you all the things I've pulled recently.
Avery, shut up.
Yeah, I know. I'm like.
But start talking.
I'm not allowed to talk about it on live streams anymore.
No, I'm kidding. It's a joke.
It's
a joke, man.
I had a case. Case hit out of it. I pulled an Urban Legends Caleb Williams out of it. So I had a couple other really good hits. So
okay, a couple of things. Number one, good progress on Rivendell.
Nice.
I got one of the sloped roofs done. With like the, you
got both the drafts, Scott.
Good stuff going.
Nice.
Also, number two, did you watch that game last night?
I didn't, dude, but I saw the highlights
in real time.
Who won? I don't even know who won.
San Antonio.
Yes.
In real time, it was
Yeah, people said I heard people say, I'm sure some of you guys watched it.
That was
like one of the best games
I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Wemby is ridiculous. Like I know like everybody says.
No, he's an alien.
It just.
Zach says he doesn't want to talk. I'm sorry. I'm rooting against the Thunder, Zach. I can't help it. You ripped our hearts out.
Yeah, you did rip our heart. I mean, it wasn't your fault that Tyrese popped his Achilles.
Dylan says best playoff game in 10 years. I mean, the Pacers had some really good playoff games last year. The Knicks game at Madison Square Garden, game 1 was bananas.
Now, in fairness, a lot of the Pacer games had incredible finishes, but a lot of them they looked to be blowouts for like the first 3 quarters.
Yeah.
This game, like from beginning to end, was just insane. Caruso, man, the days that Caruso pops off make me so mad because like it annoys me so much. But dude,
Caruso's so annoying.
When Wemby pulled up from the logo and drained that 3,
that was nuts.
I was in bed and I was like, you.
There were people on Twitter that were like, that was actually a really bad shot. I'm like, he made it,
dude.
Like, shot.
What do you mean it was a really bad shot? There were 30 seconds left in regulation.
28.
30 seconds left in regulation. They couldn't get anything going. The only guy that could make any shots at that point in time was him and the entire Thunder starting lineup.
Yeah.
It was him versus the Thunder, and he won. Like at that moment. Obviously, the overtime stuff was different, but oh my gosh, that was ridiculous. If your wingspan is over 8 feet, you should no longer be allowed to play basketball. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you honestly can take like the Thunder's defense and how incredible they are defensively, like one of the best defensive teams that I've seen in a long time in the NBA. You can essentially take all of that and throw it out the window when you're talking about defending a non-human. Like, they can play the best defense they want to play, and it just doesn't matter. Like, yeah, it's kind of insane.
Zion, Zion in high school is a cheat code. Yep. From everything I've seen, like, he should win Defensive Player of the Year every year he plays. Like, I mean, there is not a single player in the NBA that has a defensive impact that Wembanyama does. Like, it's impossible.
He moves like he's 6'5".
Yeah, it's nothing you've ever seen before in basketball.
You know, aside from the fact that he's aside from the fact that he's 5 heads taller than everybody else on the court. If you just saw him like on a court with no reference point to the height of anybody else, you would be like, I mean, he's like a forward, like like a really agile, tall looking for it's crazy to me. It's wild.
Yeah, so that was insane. I did not watch it, and I kind of regret not watching it, I guess. But
and I mean,
I was watching Landman. So
no shade to. No shade to OKC. Like, they look, as good as they always look.
Yep.
And Caruso on his freaking day that he pops off every few games drives me up a wall.
It lost us the finals. So that was fun.
Yeah, it did. And, Shea traveling every other play as well.
Which is insane to me.
But, that's not necessarily a Shea issue. That's an NBA issue.
It's definitely an NBA issue. So.
You can't really put that on
3 minutes and 30 seconds, and we're rocking and rolling with a doubleheader here. Drop a like on the stream. Again, Nathan and I are going to be doing the rookie draft for our Domain Blue League, so we are going to be participating in that. We both have teams in this league. We can go over our rosters as well in those leagues, and then we're also having a live Dynasty startup. Yeah. So it's about to get real fun in here. What thoughts on the video today? Any discussion points that we need to address here in the 3 minutes we have before the startup? Mostly well received, I think. We yapped a lot. It was a yappy video. But there was just we just put a lot of research into that video and tried to really focus on like the schematic fit perspective of things rather than just like the dynasty price side of things and really try to like have a player take. We rarely do that, but trying to speak as objectively as possible when talking about these players. I mean, yeah. Toasted Toast says he's a subscriber for the fun. I love your name, dude. Toasted Toast, like that is the best kind of toast. It's not even close. Yeah, the public will turn on the Spurs pretty quickly, in my opinion. Right now, it's easy to hate the Thunder. People don't realize what we know the next decade holds already. Although the Thunder have a top pick again this year, right? So like the Thunder are in the same boat. Like they're going to be good for a really long time. So.
They got like the 11th pick, 12th or 11th pick. I think it may have been. Actually, it may not have even been that. I think it may have been like 13 or 14. It ended up not being as bad as it could have been.
Jaden says, I'm glad you cover Matthew Golden. Feels like no one talks about him. Yeah, and again, not the player we're the highest on by any means in Matthew Golden. But, it's definitely worth discussing why we aren't super high on him. Kind of my thoughts. I think he did great putting awesome players out there and leveling expectations. Yeah, and I think the more I looked into a guy like Tet McMillan, the more I was even leveling my own expectations. Like Bryce Young really would have to be super duper good this year for Tet to like take a serious step up. And I'm not sure how realistic that is this year. I'm not. And so I'm glad. I got Omar Cooper from Mooney and Hawk. Wow. Okay. For free. That's great. What trades for Hunter? I mean, I meant any pivots from the guys that are also in the 10th round. Like we would pivot from those guys to Travis Hunter pretty much every time. So that's kind of what I would say there. Packaging any lower level assets, almost any second round pick this year, I'd trade for Hunter. Packaging lower level assets and doing a 2-for-1, I would do that. Anybody below Travis Hunter, like, somebody just mentioned Mooney and Hawk, package your Jags together and go make a deal. So, yeah. Steven says, love the video. You did a fantastic job. Thanks. Appreciate it. It was a fun video. I thought it was a fun video, and are we doing a video on second year running backs next? Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, there's a lot of those too. Travion, Quinshawn, Hampton, Genty.
I thought about that today. The issue is, no, there's not really an issue.
No, I was gonna say I think that's a good video actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, we probably will. Arsenal are the Premier League champions. Congratulations, man, and go Domain. Yeah, congrats on your soccer. Nathan can congratulate you. I don't know anything about soccer, so Wandale or Travis Hunter, Golden or Hunter. Great questions here. I would probably take Wandale over Travis Hunter. I think Wandale actually does have some contending flex level upside this year.
I would take Hunter.
So I mean, Nate said he would take Hunter. Golden, I would take Hunter over. I would take Hunter over Golden. So I think Wandale and Travis Hunter I have in the same tier in my rankings. So I think for a contending team, like I think you have to consider. But Golden, like, that's an unproven guy versus an unproven guy, and I would much rather bet on Hunter. I think Hunter has some chance to be good, and Golden, in my opinion, doesn't really have a chance to be that good. So that's my opinions. Okay. Yeah, how do we get in a league again? Just make sure you go to Domain Leagues on the Discord for all of our members. All right, this is the startup. Startup, you guys are good to go. I'll message Throb and tell him you're good.
It is time.
It's the time has come. And then we will start this blue league draft as well. Looks like everybody's online. I'm going to go ahead and start this thing. Scott, let's go over to the rookie draft here. This will fly pretty quickly.
Ooh. And I'm going to take my Jeremiah.
Shut up, Nathan.
Yes.
And I had the 102. So Nathan and I actually had the top 2 picks in this draft. Tate has been our 102. We have Tate in his own tier, Tyson in his own tier, Lemon in his own tier. I second guess that every day that I'm alive.
Every day.
I also have the 1-8 and the 110 in this league, so I've got some picks. I should trade away my second. So I have the 1-8, 110, and I don't pick again until the 3-2, and then I have the 4-2, and that's it. This is like a rebuild for me. So you can see my team there a little bit. My quarterbacks are Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels. I also have Anthony Richardson, and that's probably why I suck in this league. I think I drafted him early. The first year it worked out. Second year it didn't. Third year it didn't. I have no running backs. I've punted running back completely. My wide receivers are Garrett Wilson, George Pickens, Matthew Golden, Jaden Reed, Torrey Horton. Yeah. Okay. So that about tells you everything there. I do have Tyler Warren and I have Harold Fannin on this team. So I needed another cornerstone wide receiver, so Tate really helps me get there. Hopefully he develops into a cornerstone. And yeah, this team is again, I won the league the first year, and then last year I had to rebuild. I think it's been 2 years now I've had to rebuild. So not a good roster for me here. It's not. I haven't been able to make a bunch of moves in this league, and that is contributing to why I've kind of been stuck. But Tate and a couple first year really, I did punt out and get some extra firsts, so really does help me here. So yeah. And yeah.
Fernando goes at the 104.
Yep, he sure does. So let's jump over to the startup here real quick. They haven't started yet. I told them they're good to go. Do I have the wrong? I think I have the wrong league for the startup.
Whoa.
I think I may have got the Thursday league. Yep.
Man.
Here, Scott. Here's tonight's draft.
I'm not up again until the 411.
Yeah, you got your fill-in, but...
It's all right. At least I got one pick
you got
more than I thought I was going to have.
Yeah, you sure did.
Nothing in this draft.
You sure did. So we'll see what happens here in the next couple picks, but Jadarian Price goes.
Jadarian Price.
So, my luck that a 2 or 3 year old, there we go. Now we're rolling on the startup. We got Bijan and Gibbs to start here. So that one you can get out of, yeah. That's Thursday's league. Shout out to the Thursday league people. But Bijan and Gibbs go. Michael says, I'm in that league. We're drafting Thursday. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I sent the wrong one. Lucas is drafting here. He picked at the 1-3. And yeah, we'll see what happens here. But, really sucks that my 1-8 did not get into the top 7 in this league. That really kind of hurts me. But Casey goes. And so everything goes exactly according to ADP. In a league that I really needed some rookie draft breaks on, so I'm just gonna cry about it. I guess I'm just gonna cry, which is fine. I'll just cry about it.
Nathan, how are we feeling about the Cubbies? Pretty good. They've not been near as hot the last 5 games as they were the 15 prior, but that is the ebbs and flows of Major League Baseball.
Couple trades here.
The Yanks are actually pretty solid this year as well.
They're doing all right. They're gonna. It's the same thing.
The Cubbies are getting a lot of national attention right now because Pete Crow Armstrong is like.
I'll just tell you what the Yankees are going to do this year.
So
the Yankees are going to be either first in their division, but more likely they're going to be the wild card. And then they're going to get into the playoffs, and they're going to win the wild card. They're going to get into the divisional, and then they're going to not have any pitching, and then they're going to crap down their leg.
That is correct.
That's exactly what will happen. They will be 2 to 3 games off of the top spot in the division. They'll either take it or they'll lose it barely. They'll get in the wild card. They'll lose because they don't have pitching.
Yep.
It's incredible. It's incredible how the same thing happens every single year with the Yankees.
Yep. And you, my friend, are on the clock again.
All right. So, again, there is not... Back to the rookie draft here. I just wanted one break here, and I got nothing. And I guess I shouldn't expect anything, but holy flip.
You should take Chris Bell.
Thanks, Nate.
Yep. I'm just here for good advice.
I'm going to... Yeah, okay. So, the highest ranked player I have as a rebuild is Ty Simpson. I'm going to have to take him.
Good pick.
So that could have been a lot better. We could have had it. I mean, again, even one reach, even one out of ADP pick here would have really helped speed up my rebuild. Probably more like a reload after this draft, but no, not happening. So screw me. It's fine. Let's go back to the startup. I did see that Allen went 1-4 in this one. JSN obviously went Chase, Puka, and May, our first 7 here. Always our first 7. Not a ton of news here with any of these guys. Solid picks all across the board. We'll see how the team builds end up when we get here into the second round. So, Wout Brown takes Stowers at the 111 in the other draft. The 112's coming up. And we'll see who the 1-8 is here. This is a big tier of guys here in a startup where you could pretty much take anybody you want here within a certain frame, and you'd be good to go. So, Amon-Ra St. Brown, fine pick. That's fine pick. You know, Amon-Ra, I saw a trade and I don't remember what it was. I think somebody said they were going to trade. They could trade Jason for Amon-Ra and Jefferson. I was like, oh my gosh, yes.
What?
I think that's the one I answered today. That was nuts. Yeah.
Gosh.
Yep. Hey, whoa! This clock. We can't stream this whole draft if you guys do this long of a clock. It's got to be 1:30. That's the domain live draft rules.
Yep.
I'll message Throb. Otherwise, we can't stream the whole draft. It's going to take way too long. Ooh, Aaron wants to trade with me in the blue league. What would it take for Knicks or Daniels? I only got Allen at QB and one at contend. Well, let's look at Aaron's team here for a minute. Let's go back to the.
I'd be interested in Knicks as well in that league.
Okay, so we got a bidding war, and I don't even want to sell him, which is the sucky part about that. And looks like Boston went off the board. Stowers obviously went 111 here. So it looks like. Let's look at Aaron's team. It's Schnitz. Yeah, so if you want to move us. And his team is really good. Holy crap.
Who, Aaron's team?
Oh my goodness, yes. That is a killer team. Who do you you don't have anybody on your bench.
Oh yeah.
This is unfortunate, Aaron. Man, I have tight ends. I need somebody to get a tight end from me. I have Fannin and Warren here. I mean, you have your 27 picks, which I obviously am interested in. The problem is, like, in a down tier from Knicks, like, I'm not sure who I'd get back here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sure who you could send me. Do you have any ideas?
For you? On giving up Knicks?
I'm talking to Aaron.
Oh. I was like, I mean, I guess I could help you, but I feel like that's a conflict of interest for me since I'm in the league.
So, like, I could theoretically get Loveland from him and send back Warren or...
Thanks, Anna.
Fannin. Thanks, Anna. We appreciate that. Chris Bell goes 2-1 here. Jonah Coleman goes 2-2, which Jonah Coleman at the 2-2 is a pretty good pick. Trying to think who else I could get from Aaron. Woof. Yeah, it's just not a lot of options here, I feel like. All right, I'm sending an offer. I have an idea. I'm going to send him an offer. And I'm hesitant to say it out loud because a lot of times I'll be trading, and if Nathan's around, he'll try to destroy the trade, which is incredibly rude.
When have I ever tried to
destroy the trade? When we were on draft night, when I was trying to trade with Tom, and you were trying to tell Tom not to make the trade.
Oh, well, that had nothing to do with me. He was asking for an independent opinion, and I told him, that's stupid. Don't make that trade.
Yeah, you're right. It had nothing to do with you.
It was essentially Chase Brown in the 111 for the 101, which is ridiculous.
Rashee Rice underwent a cleanup procedure on his right knee to remove loose debris. You cannot make this up.
That's probably why he was smoking the weed.
You can't make this up. Stribling Bernard. All right, the rookie draft has gone to crap. We're going back to the startup draft. Go back to the startup, Scott.
Always disgusting.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
Oh, this is much better.
I'm so glad that most rookie drafts are over. I can't stand looking at those boards anymore.
By the way, this is a full point Titan premium.
Oh.
So look at where the boys went.
Okay.
And actually, I would have probably taken Bowers. Yeah. I would have taken Bowers over Amon-Ra probably in a full point.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would have taken Bowers like top 5 here. Now, McBride, I think, goes where he should. Genty and Love are great picks there, though, so I have no problem with that. It also is a 6-point passing touchdown. Yeah, that is an interesting one. Okay, well, let's send a trade offer here. It's impossible to do on desktop, but it's fine.
Tell me the trade.
No.
I'm not paying for Knicks in that league.
Well, you just said you were interested. What changed?
Well, you just said that you weren't going to tell me the trade.
With Aaron?
Yeah. Involving Bosef Knicks, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I told you I'm not targeting Bo Knicks.
You said I might be interested in Knicks. You just said that.
Yeah, I know, and I changed my mind. So just tell me what your trade is, because I'm independent.
Because you're going to tell Aaron, don't do it. Even though it's a perfectly fair deal.
That's what you say.
It is.
Aaron, if you send me a DM, I can help you out. I'm kidding.
Seriously. I'm going to start having Will Grown message me before you make trades with him and block all of your deals that you get value wins in.
Yeah.
And Loveland just went 2-4 here in a full point Titan premium. Now, Neighbors and Jefferson go there, and Aaron likes the deal.
You're telling me with this cleanup right knee surgery, Rice was going to be laying around for 30 days anyways. So he's just going to do it in a jail cell.
All right, trade done. I'll send the screenshot. Trade has been completed.
It has been completed?
It's complete.
Let's see it.
There you go, Scott. Put it up on the screen. You can see it when Scott sees it.
Oh, that's pretty fair. You gave up a first for that?
See, you wouldn't have. I didn't give up a first.
Or he gave up the first.
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, I got it first.
Oh, that'll be a late first.
Yeah, his team is good.
Yeah,
that's why I got the second.
That's a pretty fair deal.
See, but if he would have asked you would have told him not to do it.
No, that's not true. I would have said that's a pretty fair deal.
I
would have said that's going to be a late 27 first.
Achan and my baby boy Hampton goes there. I mean, yeah.
He's just downgrading at tight end to
Fannin. Fannin's been going he went in the late 7th last time.
Out of QB.
And then so it's basically Loveland for Knicks and Fannin for a first and a second. I think it's
Lucas said Avery robbing Schnitzel. What? That is like the furthest. That's like the furthest from a robbing that I've probably.
No, I'm robbing him. I got him. Got it. Got him.
That's a pretty
making
even
dynasty
deal.
deals out here.
You're probably on the clock in the draft.
Oh yeah, you're probably right.
Checking on you. No, you're good. Not yet.
Okay, cool.
You're a half round away.
I need to.
Aaron's on the clock though.
Yes, Rat.
Man,
Williams,
he's really
Singleton.
triple tasking.
Keep on the startup. Don't. Keep on the startup. You're putting the trade up, right? All right, we're working on the trade. Hampton is a good pick there. I love Amari Hampton. Legitimately my favorite player. Achane, Lamar Jackson goes there. 2-7 for Lamar. Good situation for Lamar this year. I really hope he kind of bounces back in this one. So, yeah, that was a good move for Aaron too. He really, Fannin is a fine contending.
Is your team not good in that league?
No, it's crap.
Oh boy. Oh, you have Pickenses.
I have Pickens, G-Dub. I've got Tate.
You have Loveland and Warren.
Loveland and Warren, yeah. It's not terrible, but it's not good. It's not like a hard rebuild. It's probably a one-year reload. But I did add Tate and Cooper and Simpson in this draft, so that helps me a little bit. And I have 2 27s. So we're getting there. We're building value. Jaden Daniels, Drake London, off the board. Let's see.
Lamar.
Chris says he got sniped on Hampton. It would be a good pick. Real estate investors, I paid for a premium blueprint last week to join this league and get invited. Wins the next 250 stakes league. Can I be put on the list? Yeah, you can, but I wrote everybody down and you should have been on the list for that. And so somebody should have reached out to you with an invite. There's the trade I just made in this league. Again, I am more rebuild than I'm actually probably reload more than anything. But I'll let you guys vote on this in the chat. Luther Burden won the Rashee Rice thing, which I can't be too surprised about that right now. Which side? And I'm going to go Loveland, Knicks, or Fair. So, yeah, I'm more of a reload here. I took Loveland at 27 first and a second. I sent away Bo Nix and Harold Fannin. Which side do we like here?
You can keep that in the bottom left, Scott, for a bit if you want to.
Put it down on the bottom left so they can vote on it. There you go. So I was able to make a deal in this league that I feel pretty comfortable with. Tight end premium league, obviously. I already have Tyler Warren. I'm not really worried about roster construction, though. I'm just, kind of wheeling and dealing with some value. So I feel good about that.
It's essentially a Loveland and Knicks swap, and then a 27 first and second for Fannin. So
yeah. McMillan goes into the second like he literally always does. And we talked about it today. Bryce Young is just going to have to be better this year. So I hope he is. And this is a 6 point. So you did see Lamar and Jaden Daniels is insane where you got him. Caleb at the end of the second is a really good pick as well. And then Jackson Dart, and then even Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, a lot of times in 6 points, you see him jump up to the early second here. I think the value on QB in this draft so far as a whole has been really good for a 6 point passing touchdown. And Mahomes obviously goes there. Pickens goes there. Yeah. Can't be name dropping on Mike, but we can name drop off Mike. Yeah, it was a good move. It was a good move for you, Aaron. Personally, I think it's a fair trade, good for both of our deals, because you basically go from starting Loveland and Deshaun Watson to starting Fannin and Bo Nix. Like Bo Nix and Josh Allen with the team you have is pretty disgusting. I like it for your team. I would have done the same thing. Genuinely, I would have.
Aaron, did you win the Blue League last year? Were you the one that beat me?
What was the trade Trav did in the startup? I don't know. If somebody in the league could let me know, that would be great. I don't know. I can't really see the trade, so. Empress says, you guys doing team reviews after submitting my live from a couple weeks ago that we canceled? Yeah, we'll do team reviews after this. James Cook goes there 3-4. Justin Herbert pretty quickly off the board 3-5. Again, 6 point passing touchdown league, so you see him go a little higher here. I don't love any of these picks necessarily. Pickens probably my favorite pick here in this range.
Nice Pickens.
Nice. That was great.
Thanks.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I am now at the back into the first season of Andor, and I'm starting to get it now. It's
the back end
of the first season.
The back end is when it gets really good.
Yeah.
Stellan Skarsgård is probably my favorite character in the show.
Which one is that?
He's like the rebel leader, like the Saw Gerrera type guy.
No, I don't think I've gotten him yet.
Stellan Skarsgård, Bootstrap Bill.
Nah, he's not been in an episode for a while then.
Okay, cool. Have you gotten Andy Serkis?
No.
Okay.
No. So.
Oh man,
I know. I've heard it's good. So,
and then as good as you think season 1 is, season 2 is going to break you in the best possible way.
Yep.
Like it is.
I'm excited. It's getting good. Like it's getting to be like a political thriller, which is like, okay.
Yep.
That's pretty interesting. Thank you, Aaron.
Yeah, the political stuff is phenomenal.
We'll go back to the rookie draft here for just a second while these picks go down. I am on the clock. I have 30 seconds. It's the 3-2 though. There is a pick here. Yeah, I can get why he's sliding. Okay, I like some of these picks. Yeah, I've got to go super ultra mega razor sharp fast here. 12-11. Here we go. Yeah, I'm going to take Ted Hurst here at the 3-2. I think that's probably the best pick on the board. Yeah, I think I've got another pick in the 4th. I think some of the guys I like will make it down to me in the 4-2. So, okay, we can go back to startup. This is mega super ultra garbage this year's draft. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that. Carnell Tate just went. He went at the 3-8. Yeah, that is far and away the lowest we've seen him go.
That's who I was waiting on.
Olave JT went, but man, Tate really slid in this draft. He's been going early 3rd in domain drafts. In fact, I can tell you, his average ADP is in domain is the 301, and he goes 308 there. So that's a pretty nice little fall for him there. I'm going to be very curious where some other players go in this draft. You might be able to imagine the players. I'm very curious about where they're going to go in this draft, but Bourne won the blue league, or Lauren won the blue league. And Zach said, rewatching the Bourne movies again, forgot how good Bourne Identity is.
Oh yeah, Identity is great. Ultimatum's probably my favorite. Supremacy is fine too.
Which one is Identity?
Identity's the first one. Supremacy's 2. Ultimatum is 3.
Which one's the one with Jeremy Renner?
Bourne Legacy. That is my favorite.
That one was good.
That
was probably my favorite.
I'm also just a Jeremy Renner guy. I love Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, he's good.
He's one of my favorite
actors.
Who was
I watching? I was watching somebody in a movie the other night, and I was like, I really like him as an actor. Oh, no, it was in Landman. It was John Hamm. I like John Hamm a lot.
A lot of people like John Hamm.
Big John Hamm guy.
He's like one of the biggest name actors that like doesn't have...
Yeah, like awards.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Hurts goes there 3-9 off the board. Jalen Hurts and Garrett Wilson off the board again. Should get another good productive year out of Jalen Hurts. Obviously, the noise is always, oh my gosh, what are they going to do? He sucks, blah, blah, blah. And then they win the Super Bowl. So, Joe Blacko says, Hurts at the 3-9 is wild to me. Like, he should have gone earlier than that, is what you're saying? So, Rasheed is sidelined for 2 months as well. Yeah, I did just see the alert come across that Rashee Rice had surgery on his knee for cleanup. So, Legacy over the ones with Matt Damon. I've only seen them once. I don't have a strong enough opinion on this. So I'm going to tap out.
I mean,
Nathan does.
I really like Matt Damon too.
The first time I ever watched all of them was with Nathan. So.
Wait, the Bourne movies?
Yeah, you showed me the Bourne movies like 2.5 years ago. We watched all of them.
I thought I showed you Mission Impossible. Did I really show you Bourne too?
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking of Mission Impossible.
How many movies have we watched together?
But I'm pretty sure we watched Bourne too. Yeah.
Did we really?
Yeah, because that's how I knew that there was the one with
Jeremy Renner. No. Jeremy Renner is also in Mission Impossible. It was Mission Impossible because we were painting the studio and stuff.
Maybe that's
Jeremy Renner is in 2 of, and they just happen to be the best. Just kidding. Rogue Nation and Fallout are the best. Jeremy Renner is not in Fallout.
Maybe I haven't seen those.
Jeremy Renner is in Rogue Nation. MI4 is not necessarily my favorite, but one of the only reasons MI4 is good is because Jeremy Renner is in it, and he's like the best character in that one.
Maybe I'm thinking of MI. I don't know.
It's definitely an MI. Renner's in Bourne Legacy is kind of like a one-man show.
Interesting.
I need to watch. I guess I need to watch it. There's no Matt Damon or anything. Actually, honestly, Jason Bourne, like the 5th film, got a lot of crap, a lot of criticism in 2016, and honestly, like, I don't mind it. I know Matt Damon's like older and stuff, and they kind of treat him like he's older in the movie too, and but I thought the I thought the intrigue and the action sequences and the plot and everything, I thought it was all solid. I really don't have many gripes with those films as a whole. I think they're all really good.
So the trio of wide receivers that go here, Garrett Wilson off the board at the 310. We obviously like Garrett Wilson this year a lot. Emeka Ibuka, we talked about in the video today. He goes here at the end of the third. You know, the price I like Ibuka at is like in the fourth. So, you know, that's kind of been my number one issue is like, I personally don't think he's a very good wide receiver one. I think if I'm selecting my wide receiver one in Dynasty, I would much rather have Garrett Wilson than my wide receiver one than Emeka Ibuka. You know, Jordan Tyson, you can kind of make the same argument as Ibuka. I'd probably rather have him in the fourth as well. There are some guys that haven't gone off the board that I think are going to end up being really good picks here when we look back next year. So,
yep, agreed.
So I'll tell you when they go off the board, but Rasheed just had cleanup surgery on his knee and has to rehab in Dallas County Jail.
That's what I said. If he has to rehab anyways, like he's going to be sitting around probably just doing exercise.
That's probably why he did it.
He's probably there.
That's probably why he did it. He's
like, you know what? If I'm going to lay around and do nothing, I may as well do it in a jail cell.
And I might as well smoke weed.
Smoke some weed.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a couple guys. These are the two guys I was waiting on here. Ladd, I think Ladd's a pretty good pick here in the fourth round. Ladd was going at the beginning of the third in the offseason. When we didn't know that there was going to be a new offense coordinator. And now that we have Mike McDaniel there, he's going like a lot of times 4-1 to 4-5, and it's a much better pricing situation for him. And then Tyler Warren, like, I mean, you talk about Loveland going 2-4. I think Tyler Warren with no Michael Pittman there is due for a huge increase this year and increase in target volume. I would venture to say people want to kind of jump on the Josh Downs train. I would say it's probably going to be Warren over almost anybody there. So,
yeah. Yep.
I like the Warren pick. And in a full point tight end premium, I would have figured he'd gone higher than that.
Yeah.
I would have taken him mid-third.
Have you been making your picks or did you auto Ted Hurst?
I made the pick.
Oh, good for you.
Well, that was insulting.
You were up in one pick.
Thanks. We'll go back for one.
It was not insulting. I almost forgot about the draft.
I know. I literally, even if I did auto turn to Ted Hurst, I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Okay. Nico does go there 4-4. Brock Purdy goes 4-3. Obviously, 6-point passing touchdown. Brock Purdy in the fourth is a great pick. I mean, like, talk about getting low-end quarterback one-level production a lot cheaper than all the other quarterback ones on the board. Obviously, not as much upside or insulation, but.
Blockbuster deal went down in Blue League. Isaac Tesla for the 307.
Okay.
That was a joke.
Jeez.
You're supposed to laugh.
Yeah. Bo Nix goes there 4-5. So just for context, Colson Loveland, I just made that trade, and Colson Loveland goes 2-4 and Bo Nix goes 4-5. So I fleeced him.
Nice.
That's a joke. Because it's a full point.
Yeah, I know. Real estate investor said, I said to add me, but bought the blueprint after the stream ended, then sent a message on the Flock site, so probably why I got missed. You can see it on the site. I bought that night, though. Is he talking about the Mega League? Or the $250 league? Because that was something we ran during the stream, and I think we closed it off, didn't we? Or do we still have a spot in that league?
No, either way, buddy, we're going to get you in all high stakes leagues. Like, don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I just am confused why you didn't get it, because I know I wrote your name down, but it's totally good. We got you in the next one. I'm not sure when the next one will be, but it will be within the next couple of weeks. So just, I'll make sure you're in it. I'll make sure you're in it. Trust me.
Use on the clock.
Oh, I'm on the clock.
Yep, you have 57 seconds.
I don't need 57 seconds here. I could close my eyes and pick and be good.
Mm. I can't wait to take my almost Mr. Irrelevant.
Back to the startup. We're never coming back. Except for Nathan's last Mr. Irrelevant. I took Heidenreich, of course.
Yeah.
Treva goes there.
I finally got a Heidenreich
honestly,
in a league.
dude, this is a little backwards to me. Talk about that, Nathan. Talk about where Trevor Lawrence just went. I mean, in a 6-point. No, in 4 points, he goes higher than that.
I mean, we could say the same thing about Nix and Purdy, who all went back to back to back there in the fourth round. Yeah, I mean, Warren, I understand why he goes over those guys in a full point tight end premium. Like we already talked about him. He probably was worthy of going in the third in this format. As far as the wide receivers are concerned, like Wilson, Ibuka, Tyson, and Ladd, you could all make individual arguments for taking them over those guys. But generally what we see is at least one or two of those guys falling past, especially Nico in domain leagues, and then JT is kind of settling into the early fourth to mid fourth. But yeah, in a 6 point, I think that's pretty solid value for like when you compare to the 6 point league that we did. Avery and I both drafted in this past week. I think I took Bo Nix at the 3-4 turns, so you're getting essentially a little bit of a mini half round drop with all those guys compared to where we're used to seeing them go in 6 point formats. But honestly, I think the argument is just who do you want to put at the top of that tier between those receivers and those QBs. So. Yeah. My hot take, which I don't think is a hot take, but I would take Nix, Lawrence, and Purdy well ahead of Jalen Hurts. They're producing at the same level as he is, with no rushing upside, granted, which shows you how bad of a passer from a volume perspective Jalen Hurts is. And they're much safer in my opinion.
Hey Francis,
much safer.
Have you DM'd me on Discord for that? I can help you. Just DM me. I'll do it for you. We'll fix it. I don't know how you've opened support tickets and never heard back. Like that's not a thing. Like all of our tickets get taken care of, or I am so far up our team's butt, it's not even funny. So that cannot be true. You might be in the site support, but you're not in our support. Yes, Steele and Trevor, I agree. Watched your video today and thought the context on Ibuka Tep about their limited upside within the offense was insightful. Good. Yeah, that's kind of where we were going with that. Like, I kind of wanted to do more of a deep dive again on the schematics and the analytics behind like what their actual production ceiling is this year. And so that's very good feedback. I'm glad you thought that was helpful. That's what I was going for. So we were going for. Do you guys think everyone predicting Jonathan Taylor's value to fall after the season is causing his value to fall now? There's some of that is true. Yep. Yeah. I mean, and again, like 3-7 for Jonathan Taylor in this draft, he should not be going any higher.
No, we're starting to see him go more often in the early fourth to mid fourth, which is a lot more reasonable when you're talking about a guy who's producing when he's healthy as a top 4 running back in the NFL. That's easily sustainable from this year to next. A guy like Saquon being priced in the late second, where he was after his historic season, we knew for a fact was not sustainable. And of course, it ended up being worse than we actually thought. So, Kev said, "Take care of my parking tickets, please." Why don't speed? I'm kidding. Why are you getting parking tickets, man? Don't park in illegal spots. Sorry, I had Rashee Rice brain there. You said ticket, and I was like, oh, don't speed. But that doesn't happen when you're parking somewhere. This is one of the craziest run of running backs that I've seen at the 4-5 turn. Walker, Judkins, Brown, Hall, Henderson, Irving, and CMC. CMC and Irving going a little bit higher than, well, maybe not CMC, the one I'm comfortable with, but Irving has been a guy that's been falling to the 5-6 turn. Brees has been going mid-5th. Really, Walker, Judkins, and Chase Brown, I feel like, are those core 3 that usually go pretty close together. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, boy. Sorry. Oh, it's gonna be a 4th time. I always sneeze 4 times, and sometimes there's a bonus 5 on good days. But it's always at least 4. So, yeah, thank you. I know all the bless yous are about to fly in. Yeah, bless you. Yep.
Bless you, Nathan.
Am I the only one? Oh, bless you again. Thank you. Thanks, Static. And number 4 on its way. Am I the only one who thinks Bucky will be a major riser after this season? 5th round IMO is a steal. I would say 6 rounds, you'd have a decent chance at him being a potential riser. There is a lot of risk with Bucky Irving. If Bucky has injury issues, his efficiency is as bad as it was last season, he is easily replaceable. We have not had enough of a sample size from Bucky Irving to be confident enough that he has a locked-in starting job if he has another poor season. This is a guy who they're hopeful will be ready for training camp. Hopeful. Optimistic. I would like them to be like, yeah, he's going to be good to go. No problem. No questions asked. This dude is still rehabbing from a shoulder injury that he had in the middle of last season. And it was the one that he couldn't get past. So I'm a little bit worried about Bucky and his durability. Is Bucky the next James Robinson? I wouldn't go that far. I think Bucky will maintain non-irrelevancy longer than James Robinson did. James Robinson went from being a running back 1 to you never hearing his name ever again. Bucky, I think, will, at the very least, I think his floor long term will be like some sort of backup handcuff, and he'll be in the league for a while. Just because of his skill set is so much different than like what James Robinson offered. And obviously you're talking about a 4th round selection as opposed to like an undrafted guy. So there is investment there.
There's our King Luther. The big run of running backs there. Obviously, we talked about Bucky just now, but you saw 7 of the 8 picks were running backs there. Walker, Judkins, Chase Brown, Breece Hall, Trevion, Bucky, and Chris McCaffrey, which ironically enough, my rankings, I have all of those guys in a big tier. So, nothing crazy there in terms of value. No fallers, no risers for the most part. Bucky goes a little bit higher than he normally goes. With Dak, obviously, Dak pretty much is going 4-12 or 5-1 in every single draft. In fact, I would bet many monies that his exact ADP.
Oh man, I love lemon at 5.8 prices.
So this is where I get into a couple good picks here. Jordan Love in a 6 point at the 5.5. You got Love and Herbert. That's really good.
Further into the offseason that we get further into the summer, these drafts are getting wilder and wilder.
And again, this one is a full point tight end premium, so you see a pick like Tucker Kraft here.
Cuter and cuter.
Kraft is a cute pick here, and you expect him to rise up in a full point tight end premium. Obviously, there are questions. He's coming off an ACL injury. But I do expected him to go higher, and he does go higher there. Luther at the 5.6, I'm fine with that pick. I talked about it on today's video. 5th round Luther Burden, I'm good with that. Marv, Lemon at the 5.8 so is a really, really good price for him. I love Lemon at that price, and I would draft him every single time at that price. Price at that price it's what his price should be. So
nice,
price for price.
Nice.
And then Mendoza again in a 6 point. And I know Trav didn't take 3 QBs here. Trav actually traded out of his 1st and 2nd round pick. He has Carnell Tate, Bo Nix, Garrett Wilson, Brock Purdy, Fernando Mendoza, Quinshawn Judkins, and Mekhi Lemon here. So, will you click on his team, Scott, at number 3, Trav D23? Just look at this team. He's traded out of his top picks here. And so he's, I think this is a good team. I think this is a team where people might look at it and see the quantity of startable assets here or upside premier assets and say that this team is broken and unstoppable. I think this is one of those teams where if you were drafting this in an auction league, it'd be very clear that you were lacking some value.
Depending on what capital
I was going to say, I would be very curious to know, Trav, how many 27 first you have here. Because
I would guess
this is a good draft. And
I would guess he at least got 1 in some of these trade back deals, if not 2.
This is a good draft. It does lack star power. I think you're going to be a little bit shorter on the value end because of that, which is, but you guess how many 27s do you have? Did you add another 27? So.
Let's hear it.
BTJ goes there. Jared Goff goes there. Again, 6 point, that's a contending selection there. Not my favorite pick there. I drafted in a 6 point at the 101 and took a quarterback there. So you know who my pick there is. You know who my pick is there. Goff's not my favorite, but I don't mind it.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite, but whatever.
Yeah, if Goff's going to go with the 5-12 and a 6 point, why did Nix and Lawrence and Purdy go where they went? Right. I think that's kind of a situation where Brazil got caught with the hot potato in that he can't afford to not take a QB all the way until the 7-12.
I agree. It's just not the QB.
Or he felt like he couldn't do it at that point. So
and he takes Rome as well. Rome at the 6-1's a great pick.
Yes, Rome is a good pick.
I like that pick a lot.
All right. Let's see the updated power rankings for you and I's team on Blue League. Avery is 9th.
In power rankings?
Yeah, your team isn't that bad. It's actually a pretty even league.
I actually think it's my worst team.
I am 1st. Yay! Now I just have to turn it into a championship. That would be really nice. Aaron is not far behind. He's got a squad. And way more reliable QBs than I have. That's for sure.
Yeah, but it's not like you haven't won Dynasty Championships punting QB before. And there he goes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Rashi in the 6s. Fine with me.
I mean,
I'll take him in the 6th.
I would take him here too, to be honest with you. And
I would have taken him at the 5-12 with Rome.
I probably would have as well.
Again, it all makes sense now. I think all of my questions have just been put to bed now that I know that Rashee Rice had a knee surgery. That really, I think he just wanted to hang out.
I'm back in actually.
I'm back in.
Yeah, I'm back in on Rice. The weed thing was actually a good move. He was thinking about it. He was just 4D chessing everybody for the most part.
Yep.
3D chess is just.
I mean, who wouldn't want to be in a jail cell while they're rehabbing?
I know. But Rice there, if Rice gets to that point price wise in your league,
yeah,
I'm good with it.
Yep.
I'm good with it. So there's a general, yeah.
Jail she Rice.
That also works.
Nice. It's pretty funny. I find that humorous.
Why is Goff a good contending asset in a 6 point? He's got many good years ahead of him. Why is he a good contending asset in a 6 point? Because he's going to score. I mean, he's going to be a low end quarterback 1 pretty much every year. That's why. So, yeah, no, he is. I agree.
Yep. Traded OTAs for weed and a healthy knee.
Yep. That's right.
That's right. I mean, who wouldn't take that opportunity?
Cool Man says 9 week, 19 point per game wide receiver. That is exactly what he is, my friend. Bet says this feels more likely to be the correct finishing positions for the Bears players by the end of the season. That's actually a pretty good take. Yeah, I agree with that.
Just traded BTJ for Rice. I'm very deep at wide receiver, so worth the gamble, I think. I think, honestly, for all of the off-field questions that Rashee Rice has, which aren't even questions, they're just facts, I think you have just as many concerns with BTJ's role in Jacksonville's offense. So do you want production with off-field issues, or do you want no production and potentially no production? Obviously, there's upside with BTJ. We've seen the upside, but, there's always the risk that you see BTJ kind of have a Jalen Waddle sort of career trajectory where you're like, oh, he's so good, he's so talented, and all of his production comes from these big boom plays and a lot of touchdowns, and you take away those touchdowns, and what is he? Not very productive. So, hindsight's 2020. We always knew that Brian Thomas's production came from some pretty volatile efficiency metrics, and things that could easily swing the other way. You know, going from 10 touchdowns as a rookie to no touchdowns. I think the thing was, you know, if you're going to have 133 targets as a rookie, the assumption would be that you're kind of an elite company. It's not assumption, it's a fact. You're an elite company, and we'd assume that you'd get better and improve as time goes on. And we actually saw a massive step back last year. So that's a tough one to navigate. Not to mention you've got him, you know, struggling with injury, along with everybody else in that offense, trying to, you know, navigate a newly run offense. Liam Cohen has had success with like a Mike Evans type of receiver in the past. Does he want BTJ to be that? Again, how much of it was the injury, I don't really know, but plenty of questions with almost all the wide receivers in that range. Really, the guys with the least questions are pretty much AJ Brown. You kind of know exactly what AJ Brown is going to be for you, and he's the proven productive veteran who has a cap value ceiling long term. So, oh, the joys of Upside Premier.
RX Tunnel says Rice over Hunter all day. Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's in response to McMacDaddy Pro says currently rebuilding and someone wants my Travis Hunter or Rashee Rice.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I would take Rice in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And run. You can flip him for more than that.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say it's not even like we don't believe in Hunter. It's just, jeez Louise. I don't think I've ever seen the price of a player vary across leagues as much as I see it with Hunter. I mean, I've seen Hunter again go for a price like that, and I've seen Hunter go for essentially free waiver level players.
It's nuts.
And it all has to do with reading comprehension.
Hits in the 6th, obviously with the Titan premium, and then Cam Ward in a 6-point goes the 6-7 here again. That would have been my pick at the turn. I prefer Cam Ward over Jared Goff.
And I was going to mention Higgins and Flowers as two of the most like guaranteed safest guys in that range of wide receivers. They just hadn't gone yet, like over guys like Odunze and BTJ. They're just in a different tier, right? They're both mainstays.
Baker goes there. Obviously, Flowers and Higgins. I like Zay Flowers. 6'9", nice pick.
Better than you six guys. Please don't mention Hunter. I have trauma from the video today and Zach's stream yesterday.
Why? Why do you have trauma?
What trauma? What are you talking about?
What's your trauma?
What you talking about, Willis?
I'm close to trading away Rice for Garrett Wilson in a second. Bye-bye, Rishi.
Yeah, if you can do that now, that's really nice. You guys like Igbuka. Does that mean Baker has a comeback year too? I wouldn't say we're the biggest fans of Igbuka of all time. I think there are plenty of questions with him. I would wager to say that, like, yeah, Igbuka's success is probably going to be directly linked to how Baker looks this year. I also wouldn't, overlook the fact that Baker was playing injured a lot of last season, played through it, and showed more shortcomings than he did the prior 2 seasons, specifically because of that. Especially as a passer. I mean, yeah, his mechanics were all over the place. I don't think he just quit knowing how to play football. I genuinely think he was hurt for a guy that watched a lot of Bucs games last year. And same with Igbuka actually as well. Igbuka's efficiency fell off a cliff, and it was directly correlated with when his hamstring injury went down. That doesn't mean the hamstring was necessarily the direct cause on why that fall off happened with efficiency as a route runner, but I mean, intuitively, you would probably put those two things together and be like, yeah, those could definitely be correlated. He played a role that we had not really seen him consistently play in college. And I don't necessarily know if it was something that like it just caught up to him or the league caught up to him where they just knew how to defend him once they realized that he could do what he was able to do in the first few weeks of the season. I don't necessarily know how many like NFL defenses necessarily like game planned for him to play the role that he played. And then once they did and once they locked it down, were they just able to stop him? And he wasn't as good as his production showed, or again, was it the injury, or was it both? Could we see Ibuka kind of settle into the slot-centric role that he played at Ohio State? I think it's very, very possible. And I don't necessarily think that's bad for his production because he could get way more efficient with the targets that he gets in that offense and be the Chris Godwin, which initially I think is what I do think that's what they drafted him for long-term, was the Chris Godwin replacement.
Shuck goes there 7-3. I have a question I've been waiting to ask you this whole time. Would you rather at price have Dart at the 211 or Shuck at the 7-3?
Dart.
At price, you'd still rather have Dart.
I'd take Dart in the early third. Late second, no.
That's what I'm asking. Would you rather have Dart at the 211 or Shuck at the 7-3 at price?
I almost always go with the cheaper quarterback. So I do think it's a big difference between the late second and the early third, though. Like, huge. If Dart's going in the early third, that's a whole different tier and a whole different ballgame than the late second. You're choosing a guy. You're choosing between a guy like Dart, Caleb Williams, London, and Tet in the late second, and I'm taking all those guys over Dart. Versus talking about guys like Herbert, Olave, Tate, Pickens, those types of guys that are going as in the early third. You're going from low end cornerstone guys to high end foundational assets, and that's a big difference for me. So I do think the rushing upside that Jackson Dart offers is a notable leg up over Shuck. I don't think either of them is proven more than the other. So I think both of them showed a lot of really good stuff last year, and given the offensive investments and coaching staff adjustments in New York, like I think you see situational changes that are beneficial for both of them. They could both equally fall off as bad as the other, and they could both have a lot of success. So yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah, people are saying Shuck quarterback one production season. I mean, Shuck was it at times last year at quarterback one, like when you're talking about when he was the legitimate starter. I mean, he was a borderline quarterback one. In fact, I think he was. He was close if he wasn't. So.
Again, like 9 times out of 10, when you give me a similar production profile with a outlook that's 85% of the production upside of a guy like Jackson Dart, and you're getting him at a fraction of the price, I'm almost always going to go with the guy who's cheaper at the quarterback position because I've won leagues doing that more often than not. The leagues that I win are the ones where I fade quarterback. But there are also times where it's like, would you rather draft Josh Allen in the early first or take Fernando Mendoza at the 4 or 5 turn? It's like, yeah, I would take Josh Allen. So it just depends. And it's usually comparing the situational outlooks for both. Wyatt says Dart averaged more points per game than Hurts. I don't get the hate towards Dart. I honestly don't know how much hate there is towards Dart. I mean, Dart's
doing the second round here.
Yeah, and again, this is a 6 point, so non-6 points, he's going early third, and I think that's I don't think that's Dart hate at all. I mean, there is a lot of projection with Dart, and I think it's very merited projection, but the projection is being baked into his price, which is why he's going early third and not early second. So
yeah, I agree. I like Dart. We definitely don't hate Dart. Top Shamrock says Ward's going to be his flag plant this year. I think Ward is Nathan and I. We are very fascinated to see what he's going to do this year. Yep. More than anything, interested.
Yep.
Oh, when he plays the Colts, he's going to be good.
In hindsight, I'm just so glad that Jeremiah Love is not in the AFC. The AFC South.
Yeah.
Specifically. Glad that the Cards took him, even though they shouldn't have. Though, I mean, who are they going to take? Arvell Reese, which would have been just as good of a pick, in my opinion. But
KC goes there 7-9. Sadiq obviously went right before him, so it's not bad value for Sadiq. Obviously, is a full point tied in premium here, so Sadiq is going about where he should go. But
I'm surprised that Tibbs hasn't been moved yet. They probably can't get any suitors for Tibbs.
Yeah, honestly, it's probably too pricey.
I don't think he would be pricey at all, actually.
I would think if they
Tibbs has been barely a number 2 rusher. Like he has not been good since his rookie season. Period. Point blank. I don't know what they were looking for.
I'm surprised.
I'm sure you probably had somebody offering like a day 3 pick. They were probably like any other team looking for like a third rounder. Which I don't think anybody's going to pay for Tibbs, especially when he's going to be on the open market next year, and they would have to pay him anyways. They'd have to pay capital and then extend him, and I don't think there's any team in the league that believes enough in Tibbs to pay capital and money. They'd rather just wait a year and see what he does this year, which is probably not going to be that much, honestly, because he's been replaced twice over. You've got Carter and Reese now in that offense. And now he's the afterthought. Like, I don't even know how much he's going to get on the field. Dynamungo said, still hoping for the Tibbs and BTJ swap. Yeah, that ship has sailed.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
I mean, even with the questions that BTJ has, the positional value of the wide receiver position alone, compared to what Tibbs offers as hardly a second option as an edge rusher, is like... that's a large gap. So they would have to, New York would have to pay quite a bit on top of Tibbs to get BTJ in a swap like that. Bears would be all over Tibbs if he actually was cheap to get. That would be a Bears move. Tibbs could be a sneaky, interesting signing depending on what his market price is next year, next offseason. I will be curious to see who takes the shot. To me, it's very similar to like Chase Young in the open market / trade market. Because, he obviously ended up being, in the grand scheme of things, a bust. He has not lived up to the expectations that he had coming into the NFL. He's really been a number 2 rusher at best. And he still got a decent amount of money, but it was short-term money with the Saints, and there was a lot of questions about his health as well. So yeah, Saints were interested early, but I don't know. I guess we're willing to pay what they wanted. Yeah,
well,
that's what I was guessing. I bet you $1 million that the Giants were looking for a third rounder, like a late day 2 pick.
That's what I said.
NFL is probably offering a day 3 pick.
That's what I was saying. That's why I think I think the Giants had him priced too high. I think that's why he wasn't moved.
Yep.
I think he was too expensive.
Yep.
I don't think teams were willing to pay the price for him. Otherwise, I think he would have gotten moved by now. Darnold 7-12, nice pick there, and then Bashal Tootin goes 8-1. Josh Jacobs did go with the 7-10 there. I love the Josh Jacobs pick for any contending team. Josh Jacobs is a really good pickup for this year.
Vincent said, any NFL free agents you're watching for value plays? Like next offseason free agents, I honestly have not
yet.
I have not even.
I mean, you're talking about, we just don't know because a lot of these guys are going to get extended, but it's Rashee Rice. It's the 2023.
Rashee Rice is going to be the huge one.
If he hits the market is the thing. Mm-hmm. But he could. It's that class though. It's the 2023 class. That's the Josh Downs class. Josh Downs very well
Josh
could
Downs
be
will be a hot commodity.
A free agent.
Yep. He honestly, odds are he's probably not going to re-sign with Colts.
Running back wise though, that was the Benson year, right? 23?
Yep.
No, 23 was the Bijan year. 23 was the Bijan year.
Which was also the Benson year. No, it was the year after. 24. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was Bijan and Gibbs are obviously locked down. Mm-hmm. Not sure how many running backs there will be on the free agent market. So blueprint today. How long will it most likely be till it's all done? I think we're at about
those two guys have 5th-year options too, so they technically don't even have to be extended next offseason.
Jeffrey, we tell people 7 to 10 days on average. We've been running closer to 7. So
actually, did Gibbs already get extended?
Closer to 6. But yeah, we'll say 7 to 10 days. It will be no longer than that. We get them done in say
yeah. We really should. We might change that thing to 5 to 8 business days. That way, it's a little more clear for people.
No, we did that. We used to do that, and we changed it from business days because that's why it's 7 to 10. Is because it used to be 5 to 7 business days, and we changed it to 7 to 10 any day, so it accounted for a weekend.
Yeah. Ooh, Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs has not gotten extended yet. Okay. Nico's time is not quite up. They do technically have an out where they could cut him, but the out is like they'll save a couple $1 million.
Yeah.
So looking at his deal in 2026, 27 million owed to the cap. When you're looking at, okay, it's more than a couple $1 million. I lied. They would it's a lot more than a couple million. So same cap hit in 2027 if they were to keep him around at 28 million. The dead cap would be 11.6 if they let him go. I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. With the way the wide receiver market is going right now, with your elite high-end wide receivers getting paid $40 million, $28 million price tag for Nico Collins in 2027 is not a bad price at all. I think the only way that Houston would move on from him early and take that out is if crap hit the fan this year and they were abysmal. And their defense is one of the best defenses that I've seen this decade. And that raises their floor so high to a point where they're probably going to at least be a wild card again. As long as they're a playoff team, Nico's sticking around. The other thing would be some sort of catastrophic injury where they decide to waive him. But yeah. I mean, he's honestly like, he is the heart and soul of that offense in terms of like making it go. If there's no Nico Collins, there's no explosiveness to that offense whatsoever.
Do they mean free agents like Debo, Diggs, or Tyreek? Nope. No, because I have all three on one of my teams. Yeah, no. Tyreek's technically a free agent right now.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I would not be shocked if he goes to the Chiefs, just to ring chase for the last year or two of his career. He'll be a shell of what he used to be, but they could use him, honestly.
Yeah.
Debo's another guy that some average to above average team will go for as well. The Colts have been linked to Debo. He would be a good role player.
I feel like Nathan's the nicest guy in the flock, and Avery's constantly bulking him. What the frick?
Why do you say that, Jargon?
Dude, somebody else on the video today said I was always like putting you down or something. I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, why do you feel that way?
I don't know. I mean, you could just as easily say I'm a pushover, which I've gotten plenty of times as well. I think it's
bullying. Okay, bullying. How do I bully Nathan? I do talk a lot of crap to Nathan. Believe it or not, I'm probably more competitive. I'm more competitive with Nathan than almost anybody in the world besides my literal brothers. So that's what happens when you're friends with somebody. You just want to beat them at everything. Yeah. Nathan and I want to beat each other at everything.
My brother and I are not competitive.
No, but
so you're my number one.
Caleb doesn't have a ton of drive though. I was gonna say, yeah, Nathan has one brother and he's not that competitive, and so I'm Nathan's mortal enemy in competitions, especially involving football. So I don't know what you're talking about. Be nice to our tiny
yeah. You know the first person is going to be that laughs in my face when Scott Dixon inevitably wrecks on Sunday is going to be Avery. So.
Well, you probably haven't even heard about this. Yeah, I'm surprised because you'd be laughing in my face right now if you knew. Which I guess there's no way for you to hear about it. Rossi wrecked bad yesterday and was in the hospital.
I did not hear that.
Yep. And
he's
destroyed his car, had an outpatient surgery on his hand and his ankle.
Oh my gosh.
So I think he's going to race, but I mean, his car was so good. And
that
he
sucks.
freaking, and Pato Award too.
He's been on a run. I don't like Award. He wrecked though.
Yeah, they both did.
Man.
Which I don't mind Pato either.
Both
I would be fine if Pato won.
Man, that sucks. I love Rossi. I would love to see Rossi win another.
Here's the thing: Dixon's not going to win Sunday. So Dixon looks super mid. Like he is.
I know he's been mid this year.
He's been pretty mid. So
he always finishes top 10.
If he wins and I'm sitting next to you for it, I'm going to freaking lose it. We're going to the 500 run on Sunday. That's what we're talking about.
The rain, dude.
Great laugh track timing. Did you do the laugh track?
It better not.
I don't think it's not supposed to rain. I don't think.
It's up to 35% now.
What? Why does it do this every year?
I don't know. It's the last 2 years we've had rain delays. The big rain delay was 2 years ago. Last year was just a little bit. They got the race started and then they had to stop it for a little bit.
Let's get Kanaan to sub in for Rossi. Dude, Tony Kanaan was my favorite driver growing up, so I would love that.
My issue is if there's a rain delay, it's probably going to last a while because it's getting cold for the next few days. So like the track is not going to be hot.
I'm mad about this, Nathan. I don't like this news. It said 0% last week.
Yeah, it's 35% now. It was 25 and it's been going up. It's raining like every day this week, dude.
Gosh dang it. Will you guys review local barbecue or pizza places while on the show? No, probably not.
Dude, we get killed for talking about.
We get what, dude? What
when we get
no, John,
we get killed for talking about like college football.
When we do the grid,
people get mad.
No, he gets mad when we do the grid. He says every time how he doesn't like it.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
we're not doing that.
Yeah,
so
no, John.
We'll start our own food review channel.
We will talk about food in general, which people get mad about, but
very few people though. Rain ruined Kyle Larson's double the first year. Is going to be special before that. Could have won both. He had the speed. Yeah, but I
didn't think Kyle Larson was good enough.
I don't
honestly
think he was going to win though.
No,
just being honest.
No, there were
likely goes Ferguson
7 other cars at least in both of those races that were better than him and would have taken it.
Addison went there mid-8th, exactly where he always goes. Stroud went. Michael Wilson went.
Daly finished 3rd last year, right? Or was it 2 years ago? For whatever reason,
it wasn't last year.
For whatever reason, he just doesn't have the juice at the end to like finish it off and like go on a run.
I think Lundgaard was 2nd last year.
Okay.
No. It was Malukas who was 2nd last year. That's who it was.
I think you're right. It ended up being kind of a surprise 2nd because with like 10 laps left to go, everybody knew Palou was going to win.
Yep, it was Malukas.
Because Palou is objectively by far is not even close to the best racer.
His odds this year are like plus 250.
Yeah, they should be.
It's like
I haven't honestly, I have not seen someone as clutch when it comes to consistently winning races in the series since Dixon's prime.
He should be he should be an F1. Well, it should. He's really good.
Yeah.
Adams goes there. Coop obviously went right there. You got Wandale Robinson. Couple guys that I'm very interested to see where they went today haven't gone yet. So we'll camp and see where they go. But getting to our contending / upside wide receivers here, Wandale and Devontae Adams, more contending pieces. Devontae Adams continues to be a pretty good price in Dynasty. So I like him a lot right now.
I looked up
what
F1's schedule when we go to Austria in September. And they're not racing in Austria, but they are racing in Austria like a month later. So
I think I'm going to Vegas in November.
I'm really bummed. Nice. What for?
The F1 race. Oh. Yeah, that's the plan.
I didn't realize they were having a race there.
Yep, they do it on the Strip.
I know they do one in Miami.
Yep, they just did that one.
I did not know
they do Austin. They do the race in Austin in October, and they race in Vegas in November. I think I'm going to go.
Nice.
Me and my dad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excited. We'll see.
That's cool.
Malik Willis goes there.
My wife only wants to go in an F1 race if it's in Europe. She loves the idea of F1.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
That sounds right.
She's like, I can't handle the white trash at the 500. I was like, just go to an F1 race in Europe. She's like, okay.
Wow. Start talking a European accent all the time. I love F1.
Oh man.
Common on guy 9-5. Working 9 to 5. All right.
Is the 7-1 quite early for Alec Pierce? That's the early. That's the ahead of Devonta Smith is pretty wild. Honestly, it is. Ahead of Waddle, ahead of Concepcion, ahead of Jamo. Jamo went at the 7-11. Ah, that's crazy. What a price. Heck of a price for Jacobs. Nice price for Darnold and Kyler.
9 to 5.
The Rams and Chiefs play at SoFi in December.
Chiefs at SoFi. Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm going to go.
In California? What are you going to be in California for?
For that game.
You're going to fly there to see the game?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Nice. Have you been to LA?
Nope.
Enjoy.
Mm-hmm. Gonna go and come back.
Wow. You get flights cheap enough?
It's not final, but Delta has a direct to LA. And depending on when you go and when you buy the tickets, it can be like downwards of like $350, $400.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
Caleb got a Delta direct because he's going in June to visit Anna.
Is that where she's at right now?
And yes. And he got his for like...
That'll be cool. We just need to go to the Super Bowl next time it's SoFi.
True.
Monty goes there, and everybody there taking the full clock with these picks right now. Holy fook. Be too low.
Yeah. It was actually my wife's idea. I didn't even think about it. She was like, we need 2 days before your birthday.
We need
you
Nathan
go?
on Rodeo Drive shopping at Gucci
I guess I'll go.
Buying things at Gucci and going to the game. That's
and
what
I was like, do you really want to be around me when I'm watching Puka in person?
Yeah, I was going to say.
But
you're probably going to get arrested. Public indecency.
Yeah, potentially.
That's not going to be a good thing. It's going to stain the reputation of our company.
Puka and I would be a great couple.
Just keep it in your pants. You got to hope he's playing. I mean, who knows? He could bite somebody and...
He could be dead. Stafford could be dead. Mahomes could be dead. Everybody could be dead, and it could be the most irrelevant game.
It could be your Bengals experience.
Exactly. Which ended up actually being a wildly entertaining game.
It was a good game.
That was T. Higgins' stupid sideline catch with the extension.
There's T. Mac. Terry McLaurin goes there.
Chase popped off, and Jefferson also popped off.
Lou says, why did you guys nuke Jameis in your rankings? I don't think I've moved Jameson Williams in my rankings in a long time. Have I even moved him?
Why did we nuke Jamo?
I haven't moved Jamo.
I mean,
I have not moved him. He's the same spot.
I have no gripe or issue with Jamo. I just know what he is, and apparently everybody else is in denial about that half the time.
No, but I didn't even.
But then they panic every time he scores, 3 straight goose eggs, and then he explodes for the next month. Like, it's the Jameson Williams experience, man. It's the greatest.
Let's see.
Roller coaster of all time.
I have had him as high as in December. I had him at 25, and I've moved him to 30 since then. But I've had him at.
I mean, that's within a tier. You're talking about a tier.
Oh,
move.
Well, the reason he's moved down 5 spots is because there were 5 rookie wide receivers that went above him.
Right.
Tate, Tyson, Lemon, Casey Concepcion.
That's 4. Probably 4. Cooper would be below Jamo.
Yeah, so 4 guys. That's why he got bumped down.
Jamo equals Bitcoin. Absolutely, he does. Nathan, do you like when people bite you? Puka would. I probably shouldn't have read that.
Well, he actually loves it. You guys have no idea.
The comment right after "Why did you nuke Jamo in your rankings?" is "We too low." Holy.
Bing ding ow.
That is one of the greatest videos of all time.
It's my favorite. My favorite video.
Never gets old.
Chublee Hubbard. Okay, there goes Travis Hunter. I was curious to see where Travis Hunter went, and he goes again next to R.J. Harvey and Terry McLaurin and David Montgomery and Kyle Monangai and Chuba Hubbard.
Just stop talking about Travis Hunter like he's gonna be good. Ninth round prices, come on.
There was a dude that was like, "There's no up." Some dude commented, again, people who
there's no upside. That's just objectively false. Even if you don't like Travis Hunter and don't think he's gonna do anything, there is objectively upside.
Yeah, I think anybody who is very like sour grapes about Travis Hunter is just they made up their mind that they didn't think he could do both in the NFL, and they're not going to give up that take.
Yep.
Like there's no object.
That's okay. We can be the most obnoxious victory lappers when it works out. That's what we can be. Just like Junkins.
Stowers goes there 9-12. Any thoughts on dynasties with IDP? Very popular. Lots of people do them. Lots of people really enjoy them. Nathan and I don't play in IDP leagues, so we don't have super strong feelings on them.
Echelon, why is the 9th round
rich
for you?
Nobody in this round.
Look at the 9th round and tell me.
I'm yelling at you.
Tell me what you find rich about the 9th round of a dynasty startup draft.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, like combine all of the value of all the players that go in the 9th round, and what does that amount to in the greater league economy? Next to nothing is the answer.
Rich. There's nothing rich. Rich is not a word you can use about the 9th round of dynasty startups this year.
No.
The 9th round is atrocious this year. You got Hunter at the 12-8. Okay, that's crazy. I'll take Evans all day. Are you joking? Are you okay,
brother? Evans is one pulled hammy away from being out of the league. Done, like retired. Done.
I would probably take Evans on a contending team.
This is his last hurrah.
I do not think it's a bad take to take Hunter over Evans. Evans could be done now. He's 33. He didn't play at all last year. He got a contract for
1 year,
mid money for 1 year. Like, what are we talking about? We're not talking prime Mike Evans here. But you picked one guy out there. You picked the one guy I didn't mention because it's the only guy I would consider taking. How about RJ Harvey? How about David Montgomery, Kyle Monungai, Terry McLaurin, Chuba Hubbard? Talk about those guys, huh?
Hey,
are you joking?
Crazy challenges. Travis Hunter does get things heated on this channel. Ever since he was on this channel,
Travis Hunter
and commented on our stream.
Like, there's a signed Travis Hunter jersey right there. Like, we love Travis Hunter. But the takes are terrible. They're so bad. Like, he's free.
Like
Dalton Kincaid just got drafted.
We act like the price of a 9th round selection is going to make or break our season.
Danik says he's going to take
make
Chuba,
or break our dynasty team as a whole. Like, dude, oh my gosh. Like we don't even want to die on the Travis Hunter hill, and people are making us die on the Travis Hunter hill because they act like investing in him is like you're investing $1 million into something that could easily fail.
Yeah,
you're investing like a cent.
Zom did say in this format he would take Stowers over Hunter, which makes a lot of sense to me.
Yep.
I think Stowers should have gone much higher here.
Kittle as well.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not saying he's a smash over every player around him, but good Lord, like there's nothing like there's nothing rich about this.
I actually feel really rich in the 9th
What will
round.
it take for you guys to lose belief in Travis Hunter? Literally any more sample size than 7 games into his NFL career and a season-ending injury. Yeah. Like, if he comes out next year and he genuinely doesn't play wide receiver and does not score fantasy points, sure, I'll be out. But again, at this point, I bought him at 9th round prices.
The belief is relative to his price. If he was going in 4th round prices where Nico and Ladd are, it's a completely different conversation. Then everybody would say, well, why don't you believe in Nico? Or why don't you believe in Travis Hunter anymore? It's just about where he's going.
Yeah, it's about price. But again, even if it was a talent take, Travis Hunter is more talented than all of those guys. Wan'Dale Robinson, Omar Cooper.
He said, no one is saying it's a make or break pick. I'd rather spend my 1 cent helping my team put up points. I mean, he was putting up points for you before he got injured last year.
Yeah, but again, if you're not a contender, like how is that price too rich? As a contender, sure, take Evans, take Kittle, even Stowers. But even take Adams.
Stowers ain't producing this year.
As a contender, I would take Adams as well.
Yeah,
and I would consider taking Wan'Dale. But there's a lot of guys that also aren't scoring points. Is my whole point.
I mean, if you want to make a Mike Evans or Adams take individual or independent of Travis Hunter, by all means, take that pick. But I don't think that has to do with Travis Hunter.
Yeah, Browner said, where did Hunter's draft capital, staff who drafted him, and talent go between now and his injury?
Nowhere.
Interesting. By the way, he traded Rico for Brooks. Nice. Josiah says Washington is better. That's not true. This is not true.
They're two different. They're two totally different.
Parker Washington is good, but Travis Hunter, if you were to play full-time wide receiver, is a better wide receiver than Parker Washington.
Dude, don't
kid yourself.
He didn't even play full-time wide receiver last year. He didn't even get all the practice reps that he should, and he by far had the best reception perception of all of the rookies in last year's class. His efficiency metrics as a route runner across the board were phenomenal. Like, when you consider all of the things that go into his situation, all the factors there.
Again,
like Denick, why does Travis Hunter play defense mean Travis Hunter not play offense?
Denick, go watch the video. You clearly have not listened to them. Of course he's gonna play defense. He's gonna play both, dude. It's so obvious. If you have a third grade reading comprehension skill, you know that. Like, I don't understand why people are saying, yes, he's playing defense. He's playing both sides, guys. Why? What is it that we're hearing on these videos that other people aren't? He's playing wide receiver. Like,
I mean, if you don't believe it, then you're just saying that Liam Cohen is literally lying to our faces.
He wasn't putting up points. He was bad all year except for one game. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, shut up, Denick.
All right, you ready to
Crazy Challenges has a first grade reading skill. Okay, well, that's why we're here, though. We're here to help. Denick, what do you mean you agree with us? You're disagreeing with us right now. Parker ate last year because Hunter was hurt. He played a lot. I think Parker Washington's good, though. Like, I think Parker Washington's a pretty good pick. Here's my thing all along has been like, look, he went 10-10 there. My thing all along is like, take Travis Hunter and then take Parker Washington, have both of them.
Yeah.
Because I think if Travis Hunter doesn't produce, you can hedge that with a Parker Washington. But my point is this: you're not getting a player as talented as Travis Hunter at that cheap of a price, and it's only being baked into his price because people don't think he's playing offense, which is not true. And that I can say with 100% certainty he's going to play wide receiver this year. So coaches never lie. You're right. No, you're right. Travis Hunter said he was playing wide receiver. Liam Cohen said it, and James Gladstone said it, but they're all three lying. You're right. You would know better.
You know when head coaches.
What the frick are we talking about?
You know when head coaches are lying is when it comes to like hype speak. When like, oh, this guy's going to be a stud.
Liam Cohen coach speak is actually very, very reliable. By the way, like all the there's literally
to me it's not even the coach speak. It's just what are we even talking about here? Evan Ingram is my joker compared to Travis Hunter is playing wide receiver to the extent that he was playing wide receiver last year. Nothing has changed. That is as clear as day versus something general that's like, this guy's going to be a dog. It's like saying, we believe in Jonathan Brooks after we spent a second round pick on him and he tore his ACL twice. What do you expect us to say? Right? That's not even like, that's an irrelevant conversation. That's like you saying, well, Howie said that AJ Brown's an Eagle. Yeah, he said that AJ Brown's an Eagle because AJ Brown is an Eagle. That has nothing to do with him being traded or not.
Coach speak you have to evaluate on a coach-to-coach basis. Liam Cohen, typically, the things he says about how he's going to run the team schematically do come to fruition more times than not. He is a coach speak that he's typically just telling you how it is. That's just a Liam Cohen trend.
Baby Brain, we aren't the ones who tried to continue the conversation.
Dude, I'll talk about Travis Hunter through the 12th. You don't even know.
Yeah. But we're actually not going through the 12th. We were going to do some reviews.
Yeah, we are. But, yeah, Travis, again, I'm not a Hunter fan. I would easily take him in the 9th. That's kind of our point. But I like debating about this. I could do this all day. I like the Travis Hunter. And you guys are making us Travis Hunter fans. Like, it's okay. To be fair, we already were Travis Hunter fans. But
yeah.
Can we please move on? Some people are deaf and blind. That's funny. Wasn't the game Travis got over 100 yards of blowout? For me, not a good enough sample size, but to each their own. So it's not a good enough sample size for you to say that he's going to do anything, but it's a good enough sample size to say that he shouldn't be going in the top 8 rounds of a Dynasty startup. Yeah. Like, I agree with you. It's not a good enough sample size either way. Like, it's still a complete unknown with Travis Hunter. My point is that's a good unknown to invest in because of the talent level and because of the situation he's in. I agree. The sample size is too small to make an informed assumption about his production level on a game-to-game basis either way. But what you saw in his tape was that he was getting better after he was not playing the position he was playing in Liam Cohen's offense was not what he was playing at Colorado. So he's learning a new position. He clearly struggled with it at first. And you watch the tape, he got a lot better, a lot more confident, and was playing his best football when he got hurt. So what you saw was a rookie improving throughout the year. I think that's a good sign. So, but I agree. There's not enough sample size from a production standpoint to say one way or the other.
Yeah.
So,
and he was improving before the production came in the one game. Like it wasn't just a magical overnight thing that was fluky. Like he was improving from week 1 until week 7.
I have another question. How did Stafford just go in the 10th in this draft?
I don't know.
It's a 6 point.
Yeah, I know. So
that's a great pick. RG's killing it.
Hey, we should turn on the Cavs and Knicks game.
Oh, yeah.
While we're doing reviews.
All right, cool. We're going to jump over and do reviews. Shout out to all the people in this league. We appreciate you guys.
Yeah. If you go turn that on, I'll start answering the trade questions.
Okay. So real quick, we've got some spots. How many live blueprints do we have in the queue right now, Nathan?
4.
We have 4 in the queue, so you'd be up here within about half an hour to an hour. So if you'd like to get a free team blueprint, if you're not a member, you haven't joined the community, you can come get a full plan for your Dynasty team. It's included for free with any site membership. We'll give you your production share and value share, so analytically how you objectively stack up against your league mates, all your positional grades, all this trade strategy and trades for your specific team, infinite blueprint, a new blueprint every month, all the flock tools, so the site, the trade calculator, the bakery portfolio. You get one-on-one access to Nathan and I. You're going to get the rookie draft blueprint if you haven't had your rookie draft yet, as well as our rookie draft analyzer, the true ranks. Get in a domain league like the one tonight. It's about $17 more than getting an a la carte team review to just become a member on the site for a year. And again, we put in the blueprint process for free for any member. So that's code domain annual motherflocker tier. And if you want to join, we can go ahead and do your review tonight on the stream. We do have openings tonight. And so if you'd like to check that out, you can check out the link I just posted. And penned now. And again, it's code domain annual motherflocker tier. Then just submit your free review and we'll put it in our live queue. And you'll be good to go tonight. For all of you existing domain motherfrickers, we love you. We appreciate you. If you have a team you'd like to get a second opinion on, we have a shorter queue tonight so far. So take advantage, get in here, and let's rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen. We got some trade questions to start. And I'll let Nathan kick us off with some of these here trade questions.
All right, first trade question is from Blind, Kenneth Gainwell and Jake Ferguson for Swift and Okonkwo. I'll take the best player in the deal here. I will go ahead and take DeAndre Swift. I'm fine with this move. I think it's fair. I like Jake Ferguson as well, but I'll take the running back. Wide receiver package or roll with running back 3-headed monster. Quinshawn and Tyson for Pickens and Burden. Go ahead and take Pickens and Burden here. You also get Monangai thrown in. Pickens over Tyson. Burden and Quinshawn are in the same tier, roughly. So, Unbelievable says Addison and Loveland for Tet. You're essentially up tiering to Tet. It costs you Addison on top of Loveland. I'll call this fair. I'm good taking Tet here. You get Strange thrown in as a free prize. That's not worth anything, but he's a streamable option at tight end. I'm fine with that move. Slim Tim. Let's check yours out. Quinshawn and Rome Odunze for Ashton Genty. I will go ahead and take Genty here. I'm good with this move. As long as, even if you can't afford it, this is a 10x8 format. You're talking about a high upside format. That's a very shallow league format. Meaning upside is what's going to really set you apart from the rest of the league when it comes to your contention outlook. And you have the youth and the insulation long-term in Ashton Genty. So we'll take the top 5 running back here. Shoemake says Cam Ward and Seth McMillan and Luther Burden for Kyler, Daniel Jones, and Gibbs. Let's say Kyler Jones and Ward cancel. And you're paying Tet and Burden to get up to Jahmyr Gibbs in a 12x11. You're giving up a lot of depth here. Looking at your specific team here in this league, you have Jefferson, Lamb, Tate, BTJ, Amon-Ra, or Alec Pierce, JMO. You have a loaded wide receiver room and no running backs to speak of. Absolutely, like 0 running backs to speak of. This makes sense why you're trying to make this move. I am good with you making this move in this situation. That's one of the craziest wide receiver rooms I've seen. Gentine first, Bijan. Is this a bad idea? I don't have a ton of depth. So the guy that would be trading away his first would essentially be going for it with Bijan. He also has Jeremiah Love. Or no, you have Jeremiah Love. This guy has Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams. And he would only be getting Bijan. Oh, that would be a mid-first. You're right. I'll call this fair. I'm good with this move. This is a fine down tier. And a 12 by 11 as well. It's a super deep format. But that first could end up being definitely mid for sure. So I'm okay with that. Uncle Furish says CD Lamb in a mid-second for Wilson and a 27 early first. If that really is an early first, I'm good taking Wilson in the early first. I'll call that deal fair because you're talking about like a late third, early fourth round guy plus an early first round pick, which is going to be like, we'll just be conservative and say mid-third range as well for a guy who's going mid-second. So fair deal.
TDSS says it's too early to get a team review on the squad you draft for me Thursday. No, it's never too early. Kidding me?
All right, Nico De Gallo, BTJ in a mid-first for Stafford, JT, and you're paying BTJ in a first to get JT and then Stafford and Adams. I'm not in love with this. You're getting a lot of volatile assets for a lot of insulation and value upside in the 27 mid-first, and then obviously the upside opportunity that BTJ offers as well. I would hold here. I'm not the biggest fan of this deal. I would try to get somebody in that deal that's a little more insulated on top of JT if you're going to make that type of move. So, all right, stocks.
Yeah, Ryan, we'll help you, man. There's been a glitch. There was I think you saw it and you said you signed up last week. There was a glitch last week where it wasn't giving people vouchers. It's fixed now, but we just need to give you your voucher. So we'll do that. If they don't get it to you tonight, I'll get it to you. So appreciate you, man. All right,
stocks, you're up first, man. Let's go ahead and do this. You said just finished the startup draft where I had the pick 9, traded up 7 times, and traded Saquon for CMC straight up.
Wow. Okay.
Looking to offload some of my QB value. What moves should I make to win it all this year?
Traded up 7 times.
You did make a trade as well. You traded Daniels for Jefferson, essentially straight up. Jordan James doesn't matter in that deal. Wondering if I should trade or try to upgrade my QB3 and what other moves I can make that would make my team better this year, but not cripple me even more in the future. All right, let's take a look at this roster. All
right, this is a 10 team. It's a super flex. Full point PPR against fresh out of a startup here, and you drafted 11.1% production share, which is 4th in this league. So that's pretty solid.
Nice.
The value share here is 9.6%, which is 6th. And again, this is nothing crazy here on either production or value out of a startup. So you'll probably be contending this year. In terms of how your team build ended up, Jackson Dart and Kyler Murray, we'll give that a 4, but I love that for contending team. I love it. Kenneth Walker, Chris McCaffrey, Jadarian Price. I like that a lot. I'm going to say that's at least a 5. What do you think, Nate? 5
I would give it a 6.
I'd give it a 6 too. I like it. That's really strong. Amon-Ra, Jefferson, Olave, Higgins, and Addison. I'll give that a 10. You've got Amon-Ra and Jefferson and Olave there, as well as really good depth. And Cooper and Downs and Evans on the bench is really good.
Yeah.
Ferguson's a 3. You don't have a 27 first. You do have your 28. Give you a 1 at draft capital. Your bench is going to be a 2 here. It's out of a startup, but you do have Omar Cooper, Josh Downs, Mike Evans, Malik Willis, Ramondre Stevenson, Tyler Algier. It is the 10 team, though. And so 4.8 overall here is what we'll go. And like I said, I don't see anything here that would disqualify you. In fact, I think this is a really strong contending team here in year 1. Yeah. I'm going to go standard value wide receiver factory for this, and I'm going to go contend. We're going to make some moves here to probably try to shore up our contending chances here. I'm not going to lie to you. You have almost the perfect build.
Yeah, we could honestly do a couple of up tiers if we wanted to here. Probably take Cooper and Addison.
Let's do that. Let's see who can we get in that range if we're taking Cooper and Addison and up tiering.
Let me take a look. I would probably be thinking like those 5-6 turn guys. We just saw Rome in another draft today go at the late 6. I would be gunning for a guy like him. You could go for AJ Brown, T Higgins as well is another solid target. Malik Willis, you said is your QB3. Do you want to upgrade it QB3? I'm going to be totally honest. We don't usually pay a heavy price to up. We don't like paying heavy prices at the QB3 spots to upgrade, a guy that's going to ideally be on your bench every single week.
Yeah.
So I'm fine having a quote unquote weaker QB3 option. You can still pivot from Willis if you want to, though. If you want to pivot from Willis to Stafford and get the guaranteed production, just do it. If you want to pivot to Daniel Jones, who I think is in a better situation and just as volatile and has just as many question marks as Malik Willis, then I would go ahead and do that as well. So those are a couple of things that you can consider there. And then looking at a third move here, you are flexing 2 of your 3 flex spots are wide receivers in a 10-team format. We could look at potentially improving that here by maybe moving off of a receiver to a running back. It just depends on what that price would be.
I mean, probably Olave.
Move Olave for running back. It would be Cook or JT. Yeah.
James Cook. Yeah. Let's try it and see if they're open to it.
Yeah. And if you can't get one of those guys, then I probably wouldn't. I'd probably just stick with Olave if you're not getting one of those 2 running backs. If you want to see how much it would cost to get to like Pickens, I'd be fine with that too.
And the Knicks are so lucky.
But yeah, overall for a draft, I don't know. I think Cleveland is the best shot at taking them down in the East this year. I thought it was Boston until they decided to crap the bed and blow their 3-1 lead. But the East, dude, if the Pacers were good again this year, they would have gone all the way back to the finals because the East is so bad.
I don't want to talk about it. We're not. No, the Pacers don't exist.
It's all right. We're gonna be back.
Pacers don't exist until
I can't stand Brunson. So yeah, overall, like Avery said, this is a really, really solid contending team. I like that trade that you made for CMC. I usually don't recommend that people move their 27 first in the middle of startups when there's a lot of unknowns. But the way that you're able to load up your roster and make your starting lineup look as good as it does from a value and production perspective, I'm impressed here. And I think what helped a lot was moving Daniels for that elite wide receiver. That was a really, really good move in this format.
I agree.
That I think put you in a position well above a lot of your other like normal level contending league mates here, where you're going to be kind of in the cream of the crop from a contention perspective year 1 out of this startup draft, to a point where it's like, yeah, if you want to stick with Walker and CMC and Price, I'm good with that. Amon-Ra, Jefferson, Higgins, Olave. Like if we didn't have you make any moves right now, you'd still be a solid contending team. So a lot of these are just like maintenance moves that I think are just going to inch you further and further to higher production upside opportunity as we look ahead to this season. So
stocks I don't think I've seen on here, but if you do have any questions, let us know, man. You can obviously message us afterwards on Discord. Again, I think you did well in this startup, and I really like how you've constructed this team. So yeah, Parker, the site, I don't think on the Flock site you can put in a flea flicker, but on our blueprints you can. So we do flea flickers with our blueprints, Infinite Blueprints. The site tools, you can use everything besides the My Teams. That's the only thing it wouldn't show you. The workaround for that would be just create a sleeper version of your team and flea flicker, and it would do it. So, okay, a couple trade questions here, Phobes. 28 early mid second or 27 and a 27 third or David Montgomery. I'm fine taking this. This is fair. I would probably take Monty here on a contender. So, yeah. And then Denick. Wow, Denick. If you're I mean, I think this is fair if you are rebuilding, reloading. I probably like the burden in the first side here. But it's fair at best. The one thing I will say about this is you could trade Christian McCaffrey for more than this on his own, probably here in August or in the season. So I think at the best it's fair. It's a big trade, though. David, I've never been so close to banning you from this channel in my entire life. I cannot believe you said that.
Who? What? Oh, but David, what? Scott, why did you even put that up there?
Take it down.
Scott, get rid of it.
Okay. Jay Lee Fit, what's up? You guys have my roster review. Please compare if you can. Going for upside here. Range of outcomes are pick 1 through 5 in 2027. I have 2 first rounders already. You're trading Brees for a first. Let me look at your review real quick that we did for you. I Lee Fit. 1 second. I wonder if you just submitted it because I don't have it in our database. Yep. I see it now. I see this. So let me look. I'm looking at your team right now. This is let me look at your league settings. 1 QB, 10 team start, 9 PPR. That's what I have for you here. With a defense as well. You know, you've got a pretty decent contending team here, so I'm not sure this is the move I would be making. The top 3 teams I'm competing with. Okay, so yeah, he did mention in his review he has the number 1 pick this year plus 227 first. 1 through 5. I'm gonna say this is fair. You might end up moving this and flipping this for a better running back, but I think this is a fair deal. I don't mind it for your roster necessarily. So Nathan, any thoughts? I mean,
yeah, I think it's a fair deal. I'm fine making this move.
So
first is very much more insulated.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, cool. DDSS, we got you, man. All right, Shane is up next. Shane, are you here in the chat? Let me know if you are. We appreciate you, man. After the 2026 season, this league is moving to a Superflex league. So right now it's a 1 QB. It will be a Superflex as it is an 8-team start 9 PPR league. After the 2027 season, it's moving to a 1.25 tight end premium. Wow. In the league, me and the top team always battle. I have gotten 2 or 3 years in a row with a first round bye. Ugh. Wanting to tier up at wide receiver. Need some advice, get over the hump. 27 pick isn't mine. That 102, 104. I'm hoping we open this team for October and we see a very clear path. Yes. Yep. I figured. This is like what every team that does well in the regular season and loses in the playoffs, I think all of them look exactly the same.
Yeah.
It is a start 9 league, right? You have so much depth here. You have 2 elite quarterbacks and 2 elite tight ends. Like, no question. What's up, Shane? Now, the interesting thing here
is you can hold Allen and May in an 18 with Superflex coming up because you're 100%. Not going to get the value return that you should be getting for them before the Superflex transition.
But we're going to have some other moves for you here. It's an 8-team, 1 QB, full point PPR. You have a 15.7% production share, which is 3rd in this league. And the value share is 18.4%, which is 2nd. That's pretty darn good.
Brees and Henderson up tier. We're going to do a McBride and Garrett Wilson up tier and get you an elite guy.
Let me do the grades real quick. Allen in May, I'll give you a 10 there. It's a 1 QB. Brees Hall, it will be a super flex. It will be a 10 and a super flex as well. Brees Hall, Travion Henderson, Bucky Irving, Saquon Barkley, Cam Scatterbu, Josh Jacobs. Lots of depth there. It's probably a 7 and an 18, maybe 6 or 7. Amon-Ra, Garrett Wilson, Marv, AJ Brown, Omar Cooper. I'll give you like a 7 there. Bowers McBride's a 10. 227s next year. We'll give you a 5 at draft capital. Bench is like a 10. It's pretty good. I mean, you've got a lot of bench guys here. I'm gonna go enhanced. It's about 6% over value share over expected. We'll go enhanced value, well-rounded, content. Overall is a 7.8 for this one. Now let's talk about the moves. What did you say the first one was?
We're doing Brees and Henderson, hands down. We're gonna get you to that love Genty Handsome range.
Yep.
H-An as well. And again, we're gonna be like the cost of getting those high-end assets it's going to cost more in an 8-team. So this is why we're being technically conservative with, or I guess aggressive with how much you have to pay to go get some of these guys. But Trey McBride and Garrett Wilson to get you up to like Gibbs, Bijan, JSN is absolutely something I would do in a non-tight end premium league. No business holding Bowers and McBride. Take one of those guys. You could take Bowers for all I care, but I'd probably hold on to Bowers since you have both of them. Take McBride plus Garrett Wilson, get up to one of those 3 guys. And then again, I'm looking at your bench before we make any of these up tiers. This is why I want you to make it. Saquon, Scatterbu, Jacobs, AJ Brown, Omar Cooper, Jordan Love. Let's assume it's Superflex. Xavier Worthy, Michael Pittman. Like, that's a whole nother starting lineup. So
it legitimately is.
You literally do have the value and the flexibility and the depth to take 6 guys and up tier to get 3 elite caliber assets. So Marvin Harrison and Bucky Irving, I would try to get you up to like Hampton, Tet, Drake London type guys. But really, like, as much value as you have on this team for what is an enhanced value team, even in an 8 team at 18.4% value share? That's 6% over expected. Like, you should absolutely be winning your league, or be in contention to be one of the top, 3 guys left. Top 2 to 3
me,
guys
in an 8-team league, if you would have asked me, hey, how does this 8-team league finish in the last 3 years in a 1 QB 18 start 9? I would have told you, super competitive team, lost in the playoffs.
Yep.
It screams lost in the playoffs.
We got to get more. The name
upside,
of the game
man.
in 8-team leagues is running back and wide receiver and elite quarterbacks and tight ends. If you don't have them, then it does not matter. It does.
So
not matter.
here's the other thing, though. You didn't give him an Allen May, Bowers, or McBride move, right?
I gave him a McBride move to up tier with Wilson to get a skill position elite guy, a Gibbs, Bijan, or JSN, because this isn't a tight end premium. So
yeah, but it's going to the 1.25 tight end premium.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought we were only transitioning to Superflex.
No. Scroll out for me, Scott. Yeah, this league is transitioning to a 1.25 tight end premium in 2020 after 27. I still would probably hold McBride. I mean, McBride in this format is going to be.
Yeah, I missed that part, so I didn't realize that.
Okay, yeah. So I would take him out of that. And
we'll do Marvin Garrett Wilson, and we'll get you to like Lamb and Jefferson.
I'd rather trade his 27 first if you want to do that too.
See how much it would cost you to get a say what?
You could also give him to trade his 27 first. He's a contender, very clear contender with a late 27 first right now. Those first have already reached close to their peak value.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. We're a year out.
All right. Do you have any questions on those moves, man?
I think the Thanos team, Zom, is top one.
I just switched out McBride with the 27 first and got you kind of one of those lower end cornerstone assets instead. So
yeah. What questions do you have? Yeah, there is a classification guide on the team. Click on Juggernaut there. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so Thanos has to just be top 1 in each, right? It just has to be 1 in both. I'm thinking that's what it is. But again, these are not how we grade our teams. So use these for your own reference. So use it with the Flock site, but know that our roster and value archetype are much more comprehensive, and that's what our gold standard is because it's our standard. So Shane, we appreciate you, brother. Yeah, if you do have questions or anything or comments, drop them in the chat for us. So
yep.
Yeah, we'll be good with his, and if he's got any questions. We did again. We took into account all of the changes that are coming in your league, which is probably the most important thing. So again, y'all, here's the link to get a blueprint. If you are not a member and you would like a free blueprint on tonight's stream, you can do that at the link in the pinned comment. Yeah, the Thanos tier wins almost every year. A lot of guys to tier up are on his team. Yeah, and again, and that's true. So will that guy trade with you? I guess that's a really good question to ask. What's up, Gaetano? Oh, hey, dude. Okay, whoa, hold on. Yes, you. Switching. Yes, okay. Can you, I'm going to get somebody to help you in here right now. I think I emailed you, and I don't think I heard back. I'm almost 100% sure I emailed you. Let me ask Tom. I'm going to get Tom in here. I'm going to get Tom to come help you right now, Gaetano. Governor says, I agree on y'all's format for blueprints. I went from Pick Suite to Purgatory last night and was slightly concerned, but I think I made a good value move. Yeah, no, I was going to say, I wouldn't, people are, the site labels are great, but people are reading into them when the site can be wrong about, in our opinion, wrong about things. Like, it's not gospel. What Nathan and I, the plan we give you, and, you can choose if you want that to be gospel as well. It may not be, but for, our purposes, there are going to be a lot of times where we disagree with the site. And you can choose whether to listen to the site, which is automated, or us, which is people. But, Yep. All right. Let's get this one started. This one's from Acol. Acol, are you here, my friend? Say hey if you are. Unrealistic Jellyfish, I saw yours come through as well. We appreciate you. Yeah, Thanos will trade, but he has guys who are untouchable, aka top guys. Don't blame him. Yeah, we might need to switch those guys out. Are there any guys that we said to trade for that are on that team? If so, I can switch them out for you. All right, let's do this. I likely will not be available live. Okay, that makes sense. We'll check the video later and reach out with any questions. All right, if you were watching this later, we appreciate you. You could just message us. Rookie drafts in 2 days. Any pickups for the taxi squad that may not be drafted in the 4-round rookie draft? We'll leave that as a comment for you. Pierce Brown has some interest in Lamb. Pierce, Brown, and Herbert's P do not like Harvey or Hunter. Okay, you have Hunter, but we're not trading Hunter, and we're probably not trading Harvey, to be honest with you right now. I mean, maybe we do in an up tier, but like, I don't know. Harvey's a pretty decent price right now. So. All right, but let's jump into this and grade it out here. We've got a 12 team, super flex, full point PPR. There is no tight end premium here. Just spoke to the tight end premium. There is no tight end premium. 10.6% production shares, third in this league. So pretty solid production share here. And your value share's right there with it in terms of your rank in your league. It's third as well. 12.8% value shares, third in this league. You've got May, Prescott, and Stafford. I'm going to give you a 7. That's really good. I love that room. Achane, Hampton, Barkley's a 9. JSN, Lamb, Garrett Wilson, and DK, and Travis Hunter. I'll give you a 7 there. It's still pretty good. And Tyler Warren's an 8. It's a really good roster with a 28 first. We'll give you a 3 at draft capital. Bench is a 1. Overall is a 6.8 here. Enhanced value, well-rounded, contend is what we'll go with. Definitely a contending team here. And I think enhanced value is fair. You're 4% above here. You're 13% is where you start talking enhanced. So,
yep. Yep. It has been on the bottom of the totem pole for priorities. So, because we have a whole 4.0 logic.
Yep.
It's ready to go.
Okay. Not a ton of depth here. You could take Woody Markson up tier somewhere.
I've got a Harvey and DK up tier to improve that flex spot.
Okay. All right.
Because those are by far the most valuable guys that are pretty questionable this year. But like his core, Achane, Hampton, Barkley, JSN, Lamb, Garrett Wilson, Warren, I don't really want to move those guys. Like, who would you want to move here? I don't necessarily think we need to down tier from... what we could do to get you another elite asset is we could move May for like Bijan or Chase, and then you can move someone like Garrett Wilson for like a Nix or a Lawrence or a Dart or something like that. I think I'm actually going to have you do that because the only way I can really see your starting lineup getting better, aside from that up tier that I'm recommending with DK and Harvey, is really just getting another elite cornerstone asset at your skill position. And the best way that you can do that is going to be that QB pivot. And then pivoting from a wide receiver who has lesser production outlook this year for a QB that has a higher production outlook. So like Garrett Wilson is in that sweet spot where Bo Nix and Lawrence are. High end would be like a Dart or a Mahomes, depending on how far they fall in valuation in your league. But yeah, with May, I want Bijan, I want Chase, I want Gibbs, Puka, one of those, big 7 guys. And then with DK and Harvey, let's get you to one of those productive veteran running backs. Jacobs, we just saw go borderline 8th round. Javonte and Etienne are always going to be in discussion there as well. And that should really do the trick for your flex, for your last flex spot, without forcing you to down tier from a quarterback, which I don't think in your situation you really need to be down tiering here. So you also have Travis Hunter coming off your bench, which is great. So Matthew Stafford as well. This is a really, really well constructed contending team. What questions do you have on these moves? Well, you're not here. So if you have questions, again, you said you know where to find us. So we appreciate you putting this in. And again, if you end up popping in the stream later and have follow-up questions for us, you can always drop them in and we're happy to help you.
I appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, hopefully hear from you soon. So, Empress of Tomorrow is up next. Empress, if you are here, say, hey, Gaetano, somebody's coming to help you right now. I did send you an email. I don't know if it went to your spam or what. And we have 4 in the queue right now, y'all. The link to get on tonight's show in the queue is down in the comments section. All right, let's keep it rolling. This was my live from the other day that wasn't filled, but actively trying and failing to down tier from Allen or Jackson, either rebuilding, reloading, or don't have the depth. The team feels close, but underperformed last year and want to avoid a repeat. You guys are the best. Appreciate you, man. Okay, it looks like you got a 12-team league here. So it looks to me like you got a super flex 12-team start 10, full point PPR, half point tight end premium here. Your production share sits at 7.9%. We would expect about 8.3% in an average team, so it's about 8th in this league, so slightly below average production. Value share is 9.8%, which is 5th in this league, so really not terrible there. But we've got some issues-ish because, you know, you mentioned in the comments of the review, you mentioned I'm been actively trying and failing to down tier from Allen and Jackson. So that's gonna really tie our hands here and probably send you into a reload. And so,
which sucks.
Yeah, Allen, because you got the value probably to do it.
It was gonna even be tough though, honestly, if you could move those guys to be like a guaranteed contending team this year. But you also have Neighbors, and you don't really want to move Neighbors. If you reload, this puts you in a good position to just ride it out with Neighbors. Even though he's probably not going to produce at a crazy level this year, probably not going to start the season strong. And you can kind of just get through that, and then he'll be back and ready to go next season, and his value is going to maintain. So, yeah. Did you grade out his positions already?
Nope, I'm going that now. Allen and May is a 9. Or sorry, Allen and Jackson is a 9. Love and Derrick Henry is a 6. We got Corey Cross-Camara down there as well. It's basically just Love. Neighbors are Dunze, Mike Wilson, and Watson.
Out of 5 actually running back.
That's a 6 at wide receiver, and then running backs a 5, and then Tucker Kraft will give a 6 as well. And is a half point tight end premium. Yeah, so you don't have your 27s here. Oh, man.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we can't do it, especially with Neighbors at the helm too, because if we wanted to contend, you'd have to move Neighbors, and we're not doing that. So
I mean, if you're insisting here, Empress, I know you're here. If you are insisting that
if you really can't move Allen and
that
Lamar,
you cannot move Allen and Lamar Jackson, we're gonna have you reload. We can't have you contend this year because you can't contend with this roster.
That's what I already
So
yep. So we will take Christian Watson. Since you can't move your QBs, you're going to have to move your tight end. You just are. We can't be so heavily invested in quarterback and tight end here. So I'll have you shop Kraft. You can shop him later on if you want to later this summer. If you get a better return as the return hype gets bigger and bigger, that's fine with me. It's not something you have to rush into, but plan on moving him. Trying really hard to move him. Trust me. Yeah. Again, that's kind of just...
That's so stupid.
Your hands are tied there. Your hands are tied.
I mean, again, what is the... I just have so many thoughts on this. What's the actual value of these quarterbacks in a league where you literally can't trade them? Why? What is the motivation to select them in the first 7 picks of a Dynasty startup if they're literally untradeable?
They shouldn't be. Yeah.
It's absurd, man.
Yep.
It's absurd.
It's
So I'm happy to do it. The rest of the league doesn't want them. Is this a domain league?
Yep. So we're gonna do that pivot from Kraft. We're gonna do the pivot from Christian Watson as well.
Oh yeah, Ryan Simmons.
And then I am gonna have you. I'll have you shop Derrick Henry too. I'm fine with you looking for Derrick Henry suitors, because if the contenders aren't gonna be suitors for Lamar and Allen, they definitely should be for Derrick Henry.
Yeah, we're going 1 year reload, well rounded.
With Derrick Henry, I would be looking high end like Pearson Concepcion. Low end probably like an Addison.
Overall is a 5.
Omar Cooper's another guy that you could look at as well.
And this is a bummer.
With Tucker Kraft.
And this is this a startup, by the way?
I would be looking at probably Zay. This is another draft. I've seen Price going 5-6 turn as well. In domain leagues, Devonta Smith goes almost exclusively like late 6th round to even early 7th sometimes, which is a lot later than where like consensus market has him. I'm curious to see how much he would cost in your league. So you can also let me know there, but I would give him as a target.
This is the old Dynasty League 8. Oh, that's why Ryan's in it. Oh, wow. Okay.
So
this is what you probably took this on as an orphan. Because I don't think you were in the league originally, right?
Yeah. Christian Watson for Addison. Kyler Murray's another guy that you could look to potentially play the market with as well. And then I would probably take a look at Gadsden or Sadiq, depending on where their prices are. What do you think about those 3 moves, man? Do you think you can get that done? Do you think those guys that I recommended will be more movable than Allen and Lamar?
75% of this league has folded over the last 2 seasons. This was an orphan from last year. Yeah, actually, our first ever podcast listener league folded this week because we literally had one person paid him for 26. We couldn't get anybody to pay him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was my first 12-team league ever. But
was it really?
Yeah.
I guess you and I didn't really do any 12 teams together. The first 12 teams we started were those
the
leagues.
Domain podcast leagues. Yeah,
you're right.
This was one of those leagues we started the same year. I used to be in this league. So, but yeah, what questions you got, man? I mean, I think we're just kind of giving you the best plan for this individual roster here. Would you rather have Olave or Garrett Wilson? I'd same tier. Same tier.
Yeah.
Well, you've got the blueprint here, Empress, if you need it, need anything on it. And yeah, you obviously have our Discord if you want questions or anything like that. Have any other follow-ups you want to, What's the suggested Kraft and Gadsden trade? Did we give him a Kraft and Gadsden? Oh.
No, that was a Christian Watson for Gadsden.
That's a good question. He says, is there anybody I shouldn't move besides Love?
Neighbors. Yeah, I mentioned Neighbors earlier.
And probably Rome.
You don't want to move Neighbors. Rome, you want to hold. Love Neighbors and Rome. I didn't recommend intentionally in some of those moves is because I don't think those are guys you want to move as a reload. Those are your best ticket. Those are your 3 tickets out of this reload, honestly, is if those guys work out and do well. So. Yeah.
All right. Appreciate you. If you need anything, let us know. But yeah, good luck. Hopefully you can move those guys.
Yeah.
So
Sebi Zavala.
All right. Yep. Sebi's up next. We got 3 in the queue, y'all. There's the link. Yeah, folks, on the Montgomery question, you'd be my running back 6. Is it still worth it? I mean, probably not. Probably not. You don't need to do that then, is the thing. All right. Here we go. Just got out of a startup. I couldn't pass up all the value I was getting out of the rookies. What do you think I should do here? Okay, well, I mean, it looks like you did pretty good from a value standpoint. Again, straight out of a startup, we got a 12-team Superflex, full point PBR, half point tight end premium here. 4.7% is the production share, which is 12th in this league, so you have very little production, but you said you had a lot of rookies, and that does bring down our production share metric. Your value share is really good here. 9.5% is second in this league. Out of a startup, that's a really good mark for you. Really good. Yeah, quarterback, you punted. Daniel Jones is a 1. Bijan, Love, Price is a 9, though. That's really good. That's an incredible running back room. Ted McMillan, Carnell Tate, Rashee Rice, Jordan Tyson is a 7. That's good as well. For as good as a running back room as you have. That's pretty good. You punted tight end as well. I love this. It's a 1 at tight end. You've got a 3 at draft capital. Nothing crazy there, but your roster, your bench is a 1, 4.2 overall, is just set up, in my opinion, for a. Just depends on how easily you're gonna be able to acquire. It's kind of the perfect reload, don't you think?
Yeah, it kind of is.
Yeah, I'm thinking reload here because you got Tate. Like, I'm gonna give you a 1-year punt here with your production share being so low.
This is a unique one.
Yeah, and also if you can get Stafford, Darnold, and Kittle like on this team for cheap, then I probably would be down to contend. But honestly, I think you could just roll with this team for 1 year and kill it next year. So I'm going to go 1 year reload, well-rounded reload to contend here for the outlook. And I'm just going to give you reloading moves. I think you have to hold.
I think you're stuck with Rice right now.
I think he's going to say, I think you have to hold Rice. You have to hold Rice. So
hold him through the jail sentence.
And Ethan is here. And Ethan, if you have questions, let us know in the comments. Just put them in the chat and we'll put them up on the screen. We can answer them as we go here. But yeah, I'm thinking reload. I love this roster though. Honestly,
we've got a lot of at wide receiver.
Bijan, Love, Tet, and Tate might get you into contention. And if Rice is good and Tyson's good, like you could have just ended up contending because Daniel Jones is pretty solid as a starter. Tyson, the 6th round, like I can't take Stroud over him. No, you absolutely shouldn't. You did the right thing. Your team is fantastic. It looks like you nailed this draft. I would not have done a thing differently. You have so much value on this team. It's crazy. So I'm a big fan of this team. Again, it's sometimes taking the value. You know, everybody watched me put on an auction league masterclass, and the problem with my auction league masterclass where Dinnick sucked was that I basically got enough value on the top end players where it sent me into a 1 year punt. Although my team doesn't look that bad actually this year now after I drafted my rookies, but sometimes taking the value in a startup means you just end up punting a year. And there's nothing wrong with that. So I think that's the situation you find yourself in here. Now, that being said, I think we can make some moves. It's very interesting. You have a really almost every single person on your roster I would hold on a rebuild reload.
Yeah,
so.
the wide receiver, it's a lot of like, could work, could not, with like everybody there.
Dude, Nathan, you know what this is? You know what this honestly probably is that flex archetype. Because
I know.
With Daniel Jones, he really only needs one more quarterback.
I know.
So, is there a quarterback that we can get with any of these depth pieces? Because Jones, you start, obviously.
Boston for Stafford.
Put that in there. Put Boston for a quarterback in there. And then I guess just roll out this lineup. Because my thing with this is, like, the reason I'm going to go ahead and give you a contending quarterback move, even though you're a reload, there really aren't any guys here that I'm, like, hell-bent on selling on a reload team. So you might as well get the one missing piece to contend and then roll the roster out and either flip the one piece once you don't contend.
I was going to say, worst case, you just move Stafford. Honestly, if it, see how much it takes to move Boston for Simpson as well. If you wanted to go more like the future route there.
Yeah.
But yeah, heck, even like Bryce Young as well. So, do we want to move one of these wide receivers, like Tyson maybe, for like Garrett Wilson or something?
I don't necessarily think you need to do that.
Okay.
That seems more, I mean, it's just pivot, so I like them both.
I don't really know where our moves lie then if we're not moving Bijan, Love, or Price.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm giving them these small baby moves. Penix could be something. I went to UW, so I'm always going to be a believer. Well, dude, we're IU fans, so we love Michael Penix as well, but Penix is nothing. Sorry. Yeah. You do have Geno, so he has Geno as well. Someone traded a 27 first for Stafford. Yeah, so Stafford's not on the table.
Rip. Okay, well.
So who else did you have on there? Dream.
Simpson, Rice.
Yeah. I mean, you could roll out Geno and Jones and see how good this team is. Again, I don't think there are a lot of moves in this team, and that's why I'm giving you these moves. But in terms of something else, I mean, Aaron Jones for sure. You could do Aaron Jones plus another piece and just up tier there. Aaron Jones is a starting running back on the Vikings. I think somebody's going to pay for him, so you could ship him off to contender at some point. That's a small move, but I think it's one I would definitely make. Again, I don't think you have a lot of moves as your top guys here because you drafted so well. It's a good problem to have.
Guess you can look for guys that might do something in their situations. Brissett, Rashad White, Kenneth Gainwell.
Yeah, I mean, small moves. Here, I'm going to put it like this. I hope this is a good answer for you because this is exactly the answer. You think you nailed this draft. I think you nailed the team build, and I think you have built an almost perfect 1 year.
If you can move Tet for any of Hampton, Achan, or London, I would do that as well. So Tet always goes in the late second. Some of those guys slide back to the late second, right where he goes sometimes. So what?
Didick's bad about what I said.
Oh.
Avery will realize how wrong he is in the upcoming years. Isn't your best player like Chase Brown? My gosh. Oh, that's funny. I like it though. I like this. Even this is a big compliment to you. I would flip Rice in season, by the way. I don't know if Nate said that, but you can't flip Rice now. I would flip him in season though.
Yep.
You like Mac Jones for a reload? He's a good one. So we gave him Simpson. Mac Jones is dirt cheap. You can get him.
Yeah, because Jones.
He'll hit the free agent
I think
market.
his contract is up this year. So
I love that he wants to go and could be a starter on another team, and the 49ers are like, nah, you're not doing that.
Yeah.
Your career doesn't matter.
I mean, he is an incredibly valuable backup for them. I mean, like they don't miss a beat. I mean, they do miss a beat. They have limitations when Purdy is out and Mac Jones is playing, but I mean, talk about maintaining competitiveness for like a month.
Rice for QB or just anything? Probably just anything. And when we get to that point where he does become a market sell, you'll hear it from Nathan and I. We'll tell you guys. We will keep tabs on that very quickly, and we'll just be like, yeah, we're done now. You have to hold through this. Once we hold through this, we'll be outie. So, no, we appreciate you, man. Great job.
Bridges has had one of the worst air balls I've ever seen.
Who was it?
Bridges.
Man, between Bridges and Josh Hart, I mean, talk about
every time I see some dude on the Knicks take a shot, I'm like, I can't stand that player. I can't stand him. I can't stand him. And I'm like, there's something about him that just I can't stand. And then I see OG, and I'm like, oh man.
Look how like this is the Eastern Conference Finals.
You, OG.
and OG, I don't know, he is so good.
Yeah.
This is the Eastern Conference Finals, and everybody in the building is sitting down.
Yeah.
It's literally that's the New York crowd for you.
OG is like the only no BS player on that team, like legitimately. Yeah, like he just works hard, and he's great on both sides of the ball and doesn't complain. Like, I don't know.
I mean, thoughts on this trade? This is just a fair trade, Zom.
I would take Price, actually.
Zip it, Ralph. Hey, dude, we've beaten you.
Yeah, so we'll call it fair.
We've beaten you how many times now in the playoffs, dude? So.
I'm sorry, you just said no, sirs.
How about yes, sir?
What?
Did you watch the last time we played? We got
brother. QJ and the 203 for Hunter.
We own the city of New York, brother.
Yeah, go ahead and take Hunter here. The 203 is. Did you just see the rookie draft that we did today? The 203 is absolutely nothing.
I'll take Hunter.
Take Hunter.
No, I'd do QJ instead of
likely for Kamara in the 202. Do you want nothing or do you want nothing? I guess I'll go nothing.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah,
that's fine.
So we'll call fair.
Dude,
all right,
I will say, Raffle P, you seem like a good Knicks fan. We've had bad Knicks fans before.
Oh yeah.
So you seem like a cool Knicks fan.
I think his no sirs is coming from the spirit of thank the Lord we don't have to play the Pacers this year.
Yeah, I think what he's actually saying is the Pacers are such a good team and organization that I respect them so much.
That I'm just
so glad and thankful I don't have to play them.
I'm just so glad there's no sirs in the playoffs this year.
Yes, thank goodness there's no sirs.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it seems like you're saying actually, which we appreciate.
Yeah. Yep. DDSS 699.
Merman. This is the Avery drafted team.
Nice.
Made that trade.
All right.
He
traded this one up, brother.
He traded Jadarian Price and a 27 first for Hampton, which I'm cool with that trade. I'm very cool with that trade.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Looking to compete this year. Initial thoughts maybe down to off with Ted or try to package two of the weird Pierce Wilson or Washington. I said Weir's. Pierce Wilson or Washington to up tier. Let's get this bread. Let's get this bread, baby. Let's go. All right. I'm curious how we ended up here.
Nice.
The solid. Yeah, this is pretty good. 12 teams, super flex, full point PPR, half point tight end premium. 9.3% production shares fourth in this league. And an 8.6% value share is fifth. What was the team you drafted, Nate? Scroll up. But it's up here.
Oh, man. Is this the one that we just did?
Yep, Thursday. You took one of the... no, you picked JSN.
I did take JSN.
Search for Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Thank you.
Jax, yep. Nice, okay. So we ended up back-to-back.
Neck and neck.
Frick! All right.
The power ranks.
Yeah, true. Yeah, so 8.6% production shares fifth. You got Cam Ward, Kyler Murray, and Geno Smith. That's a 3. Bijan, Hampton, and Taylor. And I'm going to give you a 10. That's great. I love the Bijan Hampton duo is sick in this league. I definitely love the price in a 27 first for Hampton move you did. What's the Dynasty equivalent of the Bridges trade? Darius Slayton for 5 firsts. Pretty much, yeah. I'd be a little bit kinder than that. Yeah. It's like
oh my gosh, Donovan Mitchell is so boss. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see it.
It's
like Troy Franklin for 5 firsts.
He just drained a 3 like almost at the buzzer, and then they inbounded it. The Knicks did, and he sniped them, and then he just got that off.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah. Tet, Olave, Pierce Wilson is a 6 at wide receiver, and then AJ Barnes a 2. AJ Barnes and Chiggs a 2. Gunnar Helm, Travis Kelce. Gunnar Helm and Travis Kelce, obviously, moving up my ranks a little bit. Gunnar Helm, he's technically tied in 1 there. No 27 first, but you do have your 27 second, 28 first. Draft capital is a 1. Bench is a 1. Overall is a 4.4. We'll go standard value all around it here. Contend. I think you're contending in this league. I drafted this to contend for you, and you have Bijan, Hampton, and Taylor. I think you're going to contend. He said he was thinking a down tier, but he's thinking from Tet. Basically means we're punting that position altogether.
I can give you ideas for Tet. I mean, you just saw our video today about Tet and what we think his production outlook could potentially be this year, which is just like the same as last year, which is, not necessarily elite. I mean, it could be, but you could definitely use that extra help. I've been noticing there's getting to be a decent gap between Carnell Tate and Tet McMillan, and I honestly think their outlooks this year are pretty equivalent. The Tate team does have Concepcion, so you could look into that. The Garrett Wilson team has Zay Flowers. If you were to do an eensy-weensy down tier to like a George Pickens, that team does have Wandale Robinson. So there's one down tier idea. You want to take Wilson and Parker and up tier?
Sure.
This is your team. You drafted it, man.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with it. I mean, I like both of those guys, but at the point you're contending, I don't really want to bring one of them off the bench or decide which one of them to start every week.
Get one of the big 3 productive running backs that goes for really cheap, a.k.a. Josh Jacobs.
Yeah. And he says he's a Cavs fan. That's interesting, because you're from Kentucky, right? But Cleveland in general, nice. Well, right, at least you've won an NBA title.
What's our third move here? We traded away capital already. Do we want to move the 27 second as well, or hold it?
Yeah, I think I was trying to think of something to pair with that.
Pierce.
Just up tier. Yeah. Let's give it to him. Let's try it. Let's aim high there, though. I like Pierce.
Yeah,
I was almost thinking tight end for the second, but honestly, I don't know what tight end.
Yeah, that really should get you to like Flowers.
If you can get I would do that.
Yeah, Flowers, Higgins, Devonta Smith.
Yeah, I would do either.
And that's coming from, fresh off a startup where Devonta Smith went after Pierce, but that was an outlier move, so.
Yeah, that was an outlier. You're right.
So I would pay a second on top of Pierce.
Man, Smitty went the 7th in that startup. Good gravy, dude.
Mid-7th.
That's such a weird one.
Yeah. What questions do you have on those 3 moves, man? What do you think about that?
I think he's kind of on the same page as us, which makes sense because we were vibing when we were drafting that team. So, Dennis says Evans for a second. I've seen a lot of that, but he screamed it. That would not be a bad move for this team. I would take Evans for a second.
Yeah.
So you could just try to move. Honestly, on that note, you might be able to get Devontae Adams for a second and a third. And I just don't know in a domain league, but even in domain leagues, he's been going in the 9th. In this draft, I'm pretty sure he went late 9th. So maybe try to trade for Adams too there. Those are the kind of guys, though, I think, like, Derrick Henry, if you can get him for anything, like, yeah. If you can trade Alec Pierce, well, probably not straight up for Derrick Henry, but you could also just trade Alec Pierce for a running back. Like, you could do Alec Pierce for, actually, Henry, Jacobs, Etienne, or Javonte for Alec Pierce. I'd probably take any of them and start them over Pierce. I really do like Pierce this year, though. He said they all make sense. All right, man. Well, you know where to find us if you have questions or follow-ups, but yeah, I think we did well. I don't really regret any of the decisions we made during the startup. Hopefully you're contending and win this league here. I would love to have drafted you a league winner here. So we appreciate you. And yeah, if you have questions, let us know. Coach Rob, what's up, brother? Brees and Igbuka for Jeremiah Love. I would almost certainly take Love here. I'll go ahead and take Love. Nathan pretty much made that same trade today, but it was Judkins and Trevor Lawrence, but it's the same value. So, all right, Orbs, we got you in, and Alex, we got you in as well. A team review during the Knicks game, Alex? That's crazy.
Yeah.
But
he's probably trying to
de-stress. We'll try to get it done. We'll try to, honestly, you might be up before halftime ends. Who knows? So, But appreciate you, brother.
Unrealistic jellyfish. You should be unless they're line jumpers. Worst to first. One last year. Wondering if I should attempt to go forward again or reload and try to down tier for some 27 picks. Let's check it out.
All right, cool. Team name here is, again, like Nathan said, Waist to Foist. And it's 12 team. It is a 1 QB 12 team. It is a full point PPR. You have a 9.3% production share in this 12 team, which is second. And your value share is good too. 8.9% is fifth in this league. So you're right in the middle of the pack, but you still are above expected.
Yeah, we can win again.
Yeah. Shuck's a 3. Bijan, Bucky, we'll give that a 5. Amon-Ra, London, Rice, 7. And then Fannon's an 8. So actually, Fannon's probably more like a 6 now. He's dropped in value a little bit. No first, give you a 1 at draft capital. Bench is a 2. Overall, 4.4. We'll go standard value here. Standard value while we're on content is fine. It's a shallow league, right?
Yep. Our last flex
5,
is
6, 7.
Our last and only flex. There's only one
Rice.
flex spot is Rice.
What's up, Trevor? Hey, if you have questions while we're doing this, my man, just put them in the chat and we'll put them up. We can answer any questions you have, any comments you have. Bucky as your running back 2 scares me.
Yeah, we'll pivot off Bucky.
No, idea. What if we trade one of our
running backs for a wide receiver and then London for another?
That's it. That was my idea. You got it. We always finish each other's
sandwiches.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, so London's right there, smacking the Gency, HN, and Love range. Jeremiah Love. Bucky Irving, you're going to be talking about guys like T. Higgins, AJ Brown, Romo Dunze. If you want to go for Zay Flowers plus, you could do that as well. And then I think our third move is probably going to be an up tier move. I think we're going to take, we'll probably take Myers and Shaheed and up tier there. I think I would hold on to DJ Moore at this point. I just saw, one of the first of many hype videos of the, slow-mo throw from Josh Allen to DJ Moore today that people are going to freak out about. So Myers and Rashid Shaheed should hopefully get you up to like Evans, Chuba Hubbard.
He said he could probably get Ibuka for Bucky. Bye-bye, Bucky. See you later. You need to send that trade right now. I'm serious. Swipe up, picture-in-picture
Hey,
YouTube.
Bucky. Goodbye.
You need to make that trade, send it right now as we're talking. And if he's like, no, I need more, add a 2/3, add both of your thirds in there.
Yep. What questions do you have on those 3 moves? I mean, I know you just asked one about Ibuka. I'll put Ibuka as a Bucky target for you.
That's nuts. Yeah, get it done, dude. Seriously. Yeah. I love that. Yeah, what questions you got? Lou says Avery working while Nate's watching TV. That is diabolical and also not true at all. That's crazy. Nathan and I have a routine. We split the team reviews. So I usually do the beginning part, the analytics part. I'm not an analytics guy. And then Nathan usually...
What do you think I'm looking at when I'm looking at my computer? It's definitely not the game. There's no game going on my laptop, buddy.
That's not true. I got to defend Nathan's.
These blueprints aren't made out of thin air.
Nathan is also inputting all of the blueprint data, so he's working. Trust me. I got to defend my boy. The triple threat is dead. Loveland and McBride both moved. Only Bowers remains. Can I ask what deals you made on that? Hold on. Why did you make us do a team review where we couldn't give you moves for those guys, and then you traded them a week later? But also, I want to know what the moves were because I want to see how much it paid off. So, All right, Trevor, appreciate you, man.
Or did you take value losses, Corey? Huh?
Did you take value losses?
Did you?
You didn't in the trade you just sent us. My goodness.
All right, Orbs, you're up next. Trust the process. If I got a dime still exists, right?
Dimes are there.
No more pennies. If I got a dime for every time I saw a team name that said trust the process,
you would probably be a millionaire. Probably a quadrillionaire.
Close to.
Yeah. I mean, it's every day probably.
Close to.
Yeah. And here's the thing about the process. The trust the process was the Joel Embiid thing. The process didn't ever pan out. Like
Joel Embiid is the problem. The Sixers would be better off if they moved on from Joel Embiid.
But we're gonna trust.
That's my hot take.
We're gonna trust your process here, Orbs. And it says I made a few moves and had my rookie draft since you last reviewed this team. Can we see if that was one? Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and look here. Orbs. Yeah. Okay. I have your last blueprint. Yep. Oh no, that's an infinite. Okay. Just got Hunter for the 201 and a third. Nice. No, I'm not trading away Burden. Okay. We haven't really been giving Burden as a trade away since his value's kind of fallen in the 5th round. So
yeah.
Toying with either, it says here the name is temporary. That's fine. We're just screwing with you. Toying with buying a player to contender, just write it down. Patient man. Wondering if I'm just wasting a year. Could I compete? Well, we'll tell you right now. Your production share and value share is going to tell us everything.
Write me out.
I haven't even looked. It's going to be a surprise. 12 team. 1 QB, half point PPR. It is a 1/4 point tight end premium. Production share is 8.4%, which is 7th in this league. So we have the production share of a
middling
team. I haven't looked at your value share. Big reveal in 3-2 on your value shares.
We good, dog.
13.4%, which is 2nd in this league.
Holy 27 first.
And now I'm looking at your team for the first time. Oh, wow. This is a very strong future.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. This is easily...
I think this team is actually contending this year.
It is. It's a contending team that's going to be an elite value team next year, probably.
Yeah, which kind of puts you enhanced.
So he's 100% enhanced.
So it's like enhanced future hybrid.
It's an enhanced future elite hybrid. Jackson Dart's a 7 here. You've got Love and Shuck, but it's a 1 QB. Love and Hampton, that's an 8. That's insane.
Muy bien.
And it's only 1 flex here. Neighbors, Tate, Burden, and Ricky Pearsall. We'll give you a 7 there. I know what we're going to do with Ricky. Harold Fannon's in a 6.
Hey, Pregunt. What is a quarterback market for a high rushing upside QB like Jackson Dart in your league? Is he movable?
What are you going to move him for?
Probably a productive wide receiver.
No, I don't want to do that.
Why?
Because he's an enhanced value team. I don't think he needs to do that. And also, Dart is a guy with value upside and rushing upside this year.
But he has Love, Shuck, and Jones.
I know, but I think Dart has more production upside than those guys. So I would hold Dart on this team. I'm telling you, I'd hold Dart. You can afford to hold because you'll want to have Dart next year. That's the one you'll want to have when your 27 first hits. So because then in the 27 draft, you don't have to worry about getting a QB or anything. One of the first projects early, 2 are mid, and 1 is late. Okay, cool. 1, 2. That's only 4. What's the other one? Draft capital here. We're gonna give you a 10 though. You got 2 28s as well. That's insane. Yeah. Bench is a 5. Overall is a 7.6. We're gonna go enhanced value well rounded contend. Let me know if you guys agree on this one. I think on this team I would hold Jackson Dart. But
all right, Pearsall QJ, we're gonna do an up tier there. At the wide receiver position. What other guys stand out to you? Do you want to move one of those 27 firsts that's expected to be late?
Yeah, he did say Dart is definitely movable. I was thinking Dart would be my long-term guy. If this were my team, I'd probably be my long-term guy as well. You want to move one of what?
One of our late 27 firsts.
Yep, I would like to move. That's where I think we start making upgrades here is the late 27. It's like Ricky, I want to move.
I've got Ricky and QJ up tier.
This could very well end up being a team this year that doesn't contend super heavily because of Malik Neighbors, Tate, and Burden and Hunter.
You could end up like the last playoff spot or last 2 playoff spots. So that's very much in the cards. But again, if you make the playoffs, anything is possible. With that 27 first, you are probably looking at guys honestly, I don't really care if you get a running back or a wide receiver there. Either one would be fine with me, but probably going to be looking at someone that's upside premier, like a Marv or a BTJ, or you can go for like a Price or something for a 27 first.
Yeah.
Kind of just spreading it out a little bit, spreading the love. What third move do we want to do here?
Is there no market for the other Love in a 1 QB?
The Jordan Love?
Yeah.
You can try. It's not going to be nearly as attractive or desirable. But you can try. Like it would get you, optimistically, it would probably get you a Wandell. So.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would be if you can get Wandale, I would definitely do that. That's a flexible guy. Only reason I'm not buying is because they're all projection. I want to see how things go by mid-year. If all my guys' projection not proven overall value is insane. I know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, we're giving you some moves that we'd make no matter what. But like, if you end up just not competing this year, that's fine. You're gonna compete next year, like 1,000% you will. So whatever happens this year. You're playing with house money because you're gonna run this league in a year.
Yeah.
But we're giving you moves we'd give you either way. So like, we're not giving you like, hey, sell all of your young youth. That's great, Avery. Sell all of your youth for CMC. Like, we're not telling you to do that.
Yeah. What questions do you have on these moves?
I think we're basically thinking the same thing here. I think we're both kind of saying like, let's go into the year, see how our young guys do. And if we end up contending, we'll do it. And if not, then who cares? I literally have an offer of Ricky and a late 27 first from Marv I sent out this morning. Yeah, it sounds like we're on pretty much the same page here, to be honest.
Muy bien.
0 market for Jordan Love. Anything under QB 10 and a 1 QB is basically worthless. I couldn't even get a late second for Jordan Love. That's really good to know. So we'll switch that out. Outside of that, what was the Phantom move you gave him?
I didn't give him a Phantom move. So,
and this is a quarter point tight end premium. I'm not even sure.
I don't care about tight end and a quarter point.
I don't either. I would probably rather move Fannin and then go get Kittle for cheap.
Yeah, if you want to go for like a Kyron Williams or an AJ Brown, he usually goes right around where Fannin goes as well. Or Flowers, you can do that. You have our blessing. George Kittle, I initially had as a target for you for Jordan Love if you could move him for anything, but since you can't, that must be assumed. So
we'll take that one out. So.
Yeah.
Jesse says, Jesse, stick around. I'll answer your question here after this. I'll look you up.
All right, Orbs.
He said, all good ideas. I'm just fishing for ideas and part flexing, which you showed us a 13.5% value share with 5 first and 2 28s.
Great outlook here.
Just excited for 2027 on this team. Yeah, it's a great team, my man. Like, seriously, definitely worth flexing. I love this roster. And again, this is, if I had this Dynasty team, I'd be thrilled. So, great job.
Oh, Alex, game's about to start. We got to get you done.
All right, let's go to Alex here. We appreciate you here, Benji. If you have any questions, let us know. Shane says, submit a trade idea in negotiations after the blueprint feedback. Okay, here we go. Let's get that trade up too. Breece Hall, Travion Henderson, Marvin Harrison Jr., and 227s. Or, oh my gosh.
So an early, let's say the early, late,
one more time.
And Henderson equates to Genty and Marvin Breece to Jason. Take this deal.
You got to take this.
You got to take this deal.
Yeah, you got to do this in this league.
Yeah, and an 18, brother. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and an 18 start 9.
That's highway. That's highway robbery in an 18.
That's how you win. That's how you get out of getting third and you win.
Yep.
I love it for you.
This is how you do it.
All right, Alex.
Oh my gosh, I love Donovan.
Alex says, in early March, I traded Nico. So did you know like Donovan Mitchell has like size 17 shoes and has like a huge wingspan?
No, that's
like
weird.
He like has the body of a tall man, but he's not that tall.
Like a spider.
Kind of, yeah. In early March, I traded Nico, Jonathan Taylor, and Malik Willis, and Theo Johnson. I thought that said for Theo Johnson. For Lamar, Waddle, Kittle, Tucker, 27, 28 firsts, and third. 28 first team, ironically, has Rice as well. I think I remember that deal. Took this orphan over in January, made a number of trades since then. I want to see what you guys think because I have some options to trade players. Guy with Jaden Daniels after my running backs is willing to trade 27 and 28 picks for one or both of Chase or Bucky. Okay, what direction should I go? Okay, so we're going to get his first move. Go ahead and let's give him Chase ideas and Bucky ideas here, but let's look at silence. Let's look at Silence of the Lamb here, and let's just see where you fall and make sure that we're not like dying to keep those guys in a contending roster.
So Chase Brown and Bucky Irving moves.
Yeah, well, let's look at this first. 12-team Superflex, full point PPR, half point tight end premium. You have an 8.2% production share, which is 9th in this league. 27 second, not first. Okay, and then 9.4% value share is third. Yeah, you've got Lamar and Patrick Mahomes. That's an 8. Bucky, Chase Brown's a 3. Lamb, BTJ, Waddle, JMO, Concepcion's like
that's like a
7
or an 8.
Yeah, I'd get 7. And then Loveland and Kittle is an 8 though. You do have a first, multiple seconds, and then multiple 28s. I'll give you an A for draft capital. Bench is a 1. Overall is a 6.6. Yeah. So here's the thing: he's got offers for what's the quarterback market like? Because your value share is pretty good, your production share is not. You could just 1 year punt this sucker. And what were you thinking? Were you thinking contender punt? Because a lot of times that is what we'll default to is what the person who we're reviewing prefers. Because we really I mean, I think you could contend, but it's all about knowing your league.
I think you can contend, but if you can get a 27 and 28 for Bucky Irving, then you're turning yourself into a future value type team. So
that's kind of what I'm asking for.
If you do that for Bucky, I'm fine with you doing that.
And the fact that you seem interested in that makes me think that you were planning on doing that anyways, and so that's why I'm asking. Last call, by the way, y'all, for blueprints. Oh yeah, and then real quick, Jesse. Was Mighty Mouse. Let me make sure we have yours. You said you submitted a live, but we may have already done it if you submitted a live. Actually, we have you. I do see yours. You're in the queue, and you submitted a blueprint premium, which are typically not live blueprints. We do those off screen. We do a small amount of them. We haven't done any tonight on stream. Occasionally we will do them on stream for people who submit like while we're live. We'll be like, yeah, we can do it for you. But we do most of those off screen. So that's why we pulled yours over actually and already got it loaded in and started it. So.
He said, I'm fine either way. One guy has multiple 27s. Okay, so it sounds like somebody's hogging 27s in the league. Just want to see what the smarter move is with this team.
Miller says, hey,
I think the move with this team is take the value that you have and contend. Like, that's what I think. And then just pivot off the guys that we're a little less comfortable with. That's the route that I would go if I were you. Probably do a down tier from one of your QBs, probably Mahomes. And then pivot off of Bucky, pivot off of one of your wide receivers for probably a running back and get you into a range that we feel a little more comfortable with.
Shout out to Miller. He said, hey guys, first time getting to watch the stream live. I'm always busy, but love every video. Huge fan. Appreciate that, man. Thanks for watching. Thanks for lurking. We know there's a lot of you guys that can't always make it in the comments, but we really appreciate you watching, dude. If you don't need anything, let Nathan and I know, and we got you, dude. We appreciate you supporting. Yeah, he basically has an offer for 27 and 28 first and second for Bucky and Brown. He'd be getting a 27, 28 first and second.
For Bucky and Brown, I don't think I would do that. I don't think I would do that. Unless it's like an early first. But I would want both of those first to be in 2027 if you were to move both of those guys in the same deal, personally. So
I tend to agree there. I think it's a little bit low for those guys.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with standard value well rounded here, I think.
There you go. There's our opinion.
Yeah, there's a lot of moves here that you could make, a lot of different possibilities. I still like the idea of you potentially moving Bucky for either a running back that we feel better about in that range or a wide receiver. AJ Brown's going to be in that conversation. T. Higgins is going to be in that conversation. If you want to go for a guy like Price instead, I'd be fine with that as well. Jamison Williams is going to be in the same value range as some of those running backs like Scadaboo and Javonte. And he's also going to be in the same range as like a Zay Flowers or a Devonta Smith as well. So if you can make that sort of pivot, I would do that too. And then with Mahomes, if you did that down tier to just to kind of bolster up your flex spots a little bit, it is the team with Jaden Daniels. I gotcha. With the Mahomes down tier, the Dak team does have Garrett Wilson. I really like that idea. The team with Jordan Love has Lab McConkey, Luther Burden, Jordan Tyson, Chris Olave. I would assume he wants to keep the tandem of Jordan Tyson and Chris Olave, so I'll give you Lab there. And then I would also look into a potential Brock Purdy down tier as well. That team does have... Ooh, that team has Rome and CMC. Both of those guys are interesting to me. Do you have questions on those moves, man? Again, a lot of different ways you could go here, but just from a value share perspective at 9.4%, a very well-rounded team across the board. Like, you move a couple of questionable production upside assets here, and you're in a really good contending state, and worst case, it doesn't work out, you fold in the middle of the season and you have your 27 first and second. This is a very safe contending team.
Yeah,
in terms of the value that you have to work with. So
I think it is too. So that's our he said it is the team with Jaden Daniels. I think his team could go either way. I might be the only one moving Bucky to him. You could do that as well, but again, like I think like Nathan I said, I think we're just comfortable going for it. So Yep. Sting says, time to restart the stream and watch from the beginning. Okay, bye, Sting. See you later. Have fun with Past Us. We're pretty fun. We're fun until we start talking about Travis Hunter in the 9th round of the start, then we get mad.
Yeah. All right, we got a few trade questions here to knock out. And Alex, again, we appreciate you a ton.
Yeah, Alex, you know where to find us.
Dart and Neighbors for Baker, Gibbs, and a mid-27 first. Let's say Gibbs and Neighbors cancel. You give the slight edge to Gibbs, obviously, and then you're down tiering from Dart for a Baker and a mid-27. I don't love this. I think I would hold Dart and Neighbors here. I think you would probably agree. It's fair. The value upside is with Dart and Neighbors. So we'll stick with that. Chris says this Corey Domain Commish is tanking Brady plus Simpson starting quarterbacks, which is very discouraging. Pick 101. Kyler, Tyson, and Terry for 227 firsts. So you're saying that's guaranteed to be the 101 is what you're saying? If that's guaranteed to be the 101, I'm good with this deal.
Oh my God. I gotta know, Chris. What's discouraging about punting this year? What are you saying is discouraging?
He said Corey is tanking, which is very discouraging.
Why is that discouraging? Who cares?
I don't know.
If this really is,
I would take the first if this
if it's
really
the
is going to be the
101.
101.
If it's 101, you're taking it. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you take it. I'm going to trust you.
Yep.
Chris Olave or for Emeka Egbuka in 27 seconds. Fair.
Same tier. You can take the extra second if you want to. That's fine.
Yeah, I probably lean to take the second.
Yep. All right.
That is it.
That'll do, Donkey. That'll do.
All right, Mighty Mouse. If you, I did message you back. 3 exclusives. Looking to subscribe to Flock, but I use promo code Flock when I sign up. Won't let me change my code to any subscription. Any way to help change this? Yeah, I can help you right now, my man. Let me get you a go here on the Discord, domain customer support, open a ticket, and I will help you. I will look for you right now, okay? So go to that link. Should be able to click on that link. It takes you to customer support, open a new ticket. Once you do that, I'm going to be looking for you. I'll jump in there. We'll get in DMs. I'll help you do it, okay? Corey says, I'm not accepting that deal. Okay, there you go. There you go. So Corey's not taking it anyway. So, all right, sweet. So, Papa Dunk says, "Can I get a go Cavs?" No. Sting says he'll tell Pastians that we said hi. Perfect. Who do we have winning the title?
I'll give you a go Cavs. I can't stand you.
I'm gonna say Spurs. I'm gonna say Spurs because
I've said Spurs all the way. Let me just say I've said Spurs all the way, and I'm not gonna victory lap yet because it's only one game through. But
Patriots says, "Can I submit a trade question real quick?" You have 60 seconds.
Whoever wins the West wins the finals. Because East isn't good enough. I will say
East is beast.
If I were to get a non-Pacers basketball jersey, it would 100%, hands down, without question, not even close, be Donovan Mitchell.
Sure. That's a good take.
Okay, cool.
G Sunny says, "Can I submit a review?" I mean, if you do it in the next 30 seconds.
Just turned off stream mode. Scott did.
I mean, that doesn't mean we can't do a review. It just means
I know he's just not going to be able to go back and see.
I mean, that's fine. I don't think he'll care. Yeah, if you guys want to get anything in, you need to do it right now because we have nothing in the queue. So we're happy to do it, but it's only 9:40. But yeah, we have an empty queue at the moment, so we are watching the game. What's the score?
I don't know.
Awesome. Didn't tell me.
Yeah.
Fun. Dunkin' Donuts. Pedro says he's typing his card info right now. All right. He's got a trade question.
Trade.
So. Just leave it. They're here, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to do it.
Yeah.
No, we'll do theirs, and then if he gets it in quick enough, we'll do that, and then we'll wrap it there. Because we already pretty much wrapped.
Yep.
But, G Sunny, we'll do anything for you. You know. All right. G-Sunny says, when's the ADP tool coming out? I'm gonna say this week. I've been using it pretty consistently and I like the way it's working, so I'm gonna say this week I'm gonna release it. I've been using it quite a bit. So, yep, expect it this week. My goal was to get it posted this week anyways. I got to start working on other stuff anyways. So.
All right, Cole's got his in. He said, same deal available for Gen-Z or the 101. Should I do the deal? I think this one's different than the one that's being submitted. But should I do the deal for Love or Gen-Z Quinshon and the 103 for the 101? It's Gen-Z or the 101. They are literally in the exact same tier.
I would probably take Love.
You pick your poison. I'm fine taking Love instead.
This is fair trade, though. I would market it fair, and I would do it. 10 team start 10, I would probably lean to just take this, too. So, I like it. Cool. Pedro says he sent his in. Appreciate you, brother. Maybe it hasn't loaded yet.
Yeah.
You sent that booger
to Domain?
You sent it to Domain, right? To Nathan and Avery? And your creator, when you click on it, says Avery Huffman, right? Everybody is very annoyed by the Cubs. Let me just give you a quick life tip. The Cubs suck and they always will.
All right, Garrett, let's do yours. NFL young boys. I'm not sure which QB I should move off of. A bit nervous about Nick's confused with running back situation, whether I can rely on these running backs or can roll with this exact team won the championship last year. So Nix is your QB2 and Baker is your backup and you're worried about Nix? Dude, I don't want to be worrying about Nix. You have an 11.4% production share, which is first in your league, and a 12.2% value share, which is second in your league. Brother, I wouldn't be worried about this team. Allen, Nixon, Baker, and Tua's a 9. Genty, CMC, and Henry is going to be a 6, solid 6. Puka, Jefferson, London alone. It doesn't even matter. Those 3 guys combines a 9, and then Goddard's a 1. You got the 109 this year and a 4th next year, so draft capital grade is going to be a 2. This is an enhanced value, well-rounded team. This is a great roster. I mean, I guess if you're worried about Knicks, like I have no issues with Knicks whatsoever, but your third QB is Baker Mayfield. Like, you need to move one of Knicks or Baker for a skill position guy, because your last flex spot technically right now is Chris Godwin. What I can do for you, since you're looking for QB ideas, is I can give you targets for both of those guys, depending on which one you move off of. I wouldn't recommend moving off of both of them, but I will give you value ranges and targets for both of them. So like with Baker, you're probably looking at Zay Flowers or one of the productive running backs and like a Javonte or a Scat. And Bo Nix, you're really looking like 3-4 turn, which is more of a Garrett Wilson type range. A James Cook type range, Igbuka. Like, that would put you in a great position on the skill position side from a depth perspective. And then really, I think the third thing that I would do is probably just take your depth here like Godwin and Shaheed and try to get a slight up tier. I'm honestly not really worried about tight end. This is the way that you've built it.
He did also say they expanded to 12-team leagues. The bottom guys are screwed.
Nice.
Yeah, that sucks. Good place to be at the top, though. Mm-hmm. So...
yeah, but like Godwin and Shaheed, if you can get up to like a Pittman or a Chuba or a Terry or even a Monty or something like that, I would be totally cool with that. But I think your main question here is, which QB should you move off of? And I would say my answer to that is shop both of them and see which one makes more sense depending on what value return you get. It's not necessarily like, oh, you're objectively going to get a higher valued asset for Knicks than you will for Baker. But which trade-off is better, right? And it's going to depend on what the return is there. So if I like the trade-off of Baker for the skill position guy that you're getting there, I'm going to lean that direction. If I like the skill position trade-off for Bo Nix, then I'll go that way. And honestly, that's going to be depending on what your league wants to offer you. And I would prefer, what I would like is for you to send me and or Avery some of the deals that might go down in your league involving one of these guys. And we can help you and tell you which one that we prefer there.
And then he just said, I consolidated and loaded up on QBs cheaply when it was a 10-team league because I knew it was going to be a better price when it switched. That was smart of you. Do you recommend going for one of their first? It's an auto 1 or 1-1-2 go look. Okay. Go down to the bottom for me. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you can, sure. If you can, it just depends on the price that they're charging. Like, if they're charging you 20, 27, 1-on-1 and 1-on-2 prices, you may not be able to get that done. But You can try it. I definitely think it's worth exploring here. So. But what other questions do you have here? David says, did Avery just say the Cubs suck? He must be sad because the Yankees haven't won a World Series in like 17 years. That's a long time without winning a title. We wouldn't know that feeling. I very, very clearly tell you all the time that the Yankees suck. Just because the Cubs suck doesn't mean the Yankees don't suck too. But we've won 27 of them things, so there's also that. We had to keep 11 skill guys to consolidate as much as possible. Do you guys like me moving off of Drake? Any teams you think would need a deal?
I don't really want you to move off of Drake London on
I
that
agree
team.
with you. I think you should hold Drake London.
I wouldn't.
I think I would hold.
Yeah.
I love this roster though. I mean, it's a very good team. Your value share's real high, and I can't believe Mike Brown is the coach of the Knicks, dude. So, any other questions you've got here?
Kyle has a trade question here. Have May, Purdy, JSN, Lennon, Ted, Olave, Wilson, but only Gentry at running back. Does the second team sway it? No, a second round pick and a deal of this caliber makes no difference to us. When you have guys like Neighbors and Jahmyr Gibbs and Jackson Dart and a mid-27 first involved in a deal of this caliber, a 27 second isn't going to put it over the line. It would have to be like a relevant, very relevant, flex-worthy starter. So I'll give you a free trade question for this because I know our answer was the same and it didn't change at all. But those assets, when they literally attribute
2 free trade questions, please. He tipped us.
Like 0.5% of the overall value in a deal like that, it does not move the needle at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Let us know, G Sonny, about the deals. He said it sounds good. Yeah, I was gonna say keep us updated on that. We can definitely help you through it, but.
Same as last time. Dart and Neighbors.
Dart and Neighbors there.
All
right. Cole will take us home, country roads. Drake and Josh.
Should I do the deal I sent you for Love or for Genty? Yeah, we answered that. I'm not sure if you're on the stream here. I'm fine doing it for Love. Really struggling to decide between the two. Any other move suggestions? You can go ahead and take Love. That's good with us.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. So you've got a 10-team league here. It's a 10-team start 10. It is a full point PPR league.
Oh, brother.
What the frick?
Okay.
11.5% production share, second in this league. Yeah, 11.5% production. Like, it's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
How about 19.5% value share, which is first in this league? And how about we do little elite value, ladies and gentlemen? Elite value, well-rounded, content. This is a top-tier team here.
Let's also keep our hands off of Quinshawn in the 103, assuming he ends up getting leverage there with the moves.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that was okay. I'm making the connection now. Allen and May here. I just got to give you a 10. Achan, Quinshawn, and then Travion. Give you an 8. Puka, Neighbors, T-Mac, Nico Collins. Give you a 9 there, and Brock Bowers is a 10 as well. The 103, 207. So grade your draft capital out like you're going to keep it. 7 draft capital. Bench is a 3. Overall, it's an 8.6 here. Yeah. Content, elite value. This is an insane team. This is an insane team. Wow. Okay. So we are making the move for one of what with Love or Genty, right?
Yeah, and it's Quinshawn in the 103. So
we'll
leave that. We'll leave those guys alone. I would look at like some mini up tiers, like a depth piece plus a starter to just get that much better from a production upside perspective. Like Henderson specifically, I want James Cook, JT, or James Cook. Like if you don't get JT or James Cook in exchange for Henderson plus like Josh Downs, then to me, there's no other running back that you're going to be able to get to where you're not going to have to pay a much higher price to get up to like a Hampton or something like that. So James Cook or JT, and that's going to be it for Henderson when you up tier from him from Josh Downs. Ted McMillan, I would take probably with Tucker Kraft because Tucker Kraft's your backup tight end. Just get up to another elite wide receiver. Or honestly, I mean that's another way that you could try to get up to maybe even like a Hampton or a Genty. But really, I mean Jefferson is definitely worth a look there, and Amon-Ra as well. And I think it would be worth it.
Those are the guys you have to try to get on this team, like legit.
Yep. Yeah, and then my last move is kind of just a maintenance one, like pay Willis plus a little extra to get Kyler Murray, or just pivot to Daniel Jones or something like that to a third QB that we feel a little bit better about.
Yeah, you had me massively confused because I don't think I've ever made the connection that that's your YouTube username, Patriots Drive. I was like looking for your actual username, but that's what.
Yep.
But I mean, again, it's an elite value team, right? So
yeah. And again, if you want to like Jeremiah Love versus Ashton Jency, we have both of them in the exact same tier. I know you're kind of torn up about that. I think their outlooks are very, very equivalent. So
yeah, what questions we got here? David Elliott he's just wasting his time trying to rage bait me about baseball. Like I'm sorry, like this is just not something you can rage bait me about. I just don't care enough about baseball. I love the Yankees, and also no, I'm not gonna fall for it.
Cole, are you in the chat here? Do you have any questions?
He's here. Jacob says, I'm not a big user of Discord. How do I open a ticket regarding my Infinite? Shows queued, big issues when I log it. Says my annual mother flocker needs to be removed. All right, yeah, we can fix that for you. Here, I've got the link for you. There you go, Jacob. That's a direct link to that page, and then open a ticket there. What are we thinking here, Cole? Yeah, you can't rage bait me on baseball. Sorry. It's funny.
What's Cole's YouTube user?
It's Patriots. That's what I'm saying.
There it is.
I was massive confused.
Yeah.
I will say it's funny that when I'm a Yankees fan, most of the time it's like, oh, you're a Yankees fan, of course, blah, blah, blah. But now when I make fun of the Cubs, like the Yankees suck anyways, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, Cole, you should be really proud of that team. Yeah, that was my main question. I'm struggling to decide to send the offer for Jency or Love. Which would you choose if you had to pick one? Yeah, I think Love. We're good going with Love there. So
I mean, legitimately either one. So
I think I see Love go over Jency more than I see Jency go over Love in startups, if that kind of answers the question for you. So
I tend to agree. And again, same tier. It does not matter. So
yep.
Anything else, my man? We appreciate you. Some people just got some memberships from Waffle. Shout out Waffle. Appreciate. Oh, Corey got one. You kidding me? You kidding me right now? Yeah, appreciate you. All right, cool. That will wrap it. And Cole, if you do have any follow-ups, you can just message us on Discord, of course. We're happy to help you. Okay, so good stuff, everybody. Glad we can get a couple buzzer beater reviews in there. Yeah, we will be live again on Thursday for another Dynasty startup. Breaking news, just released, just came out. I will be drafting in the Thursday startup. I have officially been asked to draft for somebody. So
someone asked you out.
Somebody asked me out. I feel pretty good.
You got draft poseled.
I did. You'll get draft poseled. It'll be okay. You'll get there. You'll get there.
Yes.
He did message and say you or Nathan, and I said me. So he did technically say you could do it. But I was like, no, I'm doing it. So we'll be here Thursday for that. Use your last couple minutes of the stream here to comment any video suggestions you have for Thursday's video. We haven't recorded it yet, but we're happy to take suggestions at this time of year. Eventually, we'll do the running back version of today's video. Probably won't do that this week, though. So let us know in the comments if you have any suggestions, things you want to talk about for the video this week. We're obviously a channel of the people because the people are amazing. We love you guys. We appreciate you. Again, we've got more coming this week, so we'll see you on Thursday for another video and another live stream. Hopefully the Knicks lose here. Fingers crossed. But go watch that. Obviously, you don't have anything else going on. We love you guys. We'll see you here on Thursday. Peace. Have a good couple of days.